First of all, we would like to apologize for the technical difficulties in the late start. We just had a Cheney interception and a touchdown. It turned into a touchdown. Rumpler, what are some thoughts about this game?
Both teams coming into this game 0-2 to start the season. One of these teams is coming out of the stadium with their first win today, and I'd love to see how it pans out. We got We got kickoff going on here. The Falcons on the receiving end with.
The LC Tigers are going to kick off to the RHS Falcons. We have Jameson Murphy and Colton Skinner in the back to return.
We have Jackson Spitz with the kick. Let's see how this goes.
And a very, very quick drive to begin, to get points on the board. A quick interception by Colton Peel that turned into points for the LC Tigers. Jameson Murphy decides not to field the kick. It goes through the back of the end zone.
Also, with that touchdown on the last play, they also went for the 2-point conversion and they successfully got it. So we got the Ridgeline offense out here, led by Colton Peel. Going against the LC defense. This LCD line has been pretty well in the past couple games, and let's see how it goes.
Colton Peel lines up in the shotgun formation. Colton Skinner in the backfield.
Snap's good.
It's a pass deflected, and it comes incomplete. Deflected by number 66 on the LC
Now we got
defense.
a replay here. Looks like the snap's good. Really good first steps from our O-line. It's just that edge rusher was just too fast, got up, deflected the pass, and unfortunately it's an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 for our Ridgeline Falcons. Colton Peel still in the shotgun. Colton Skinner still in the backfield.
Snap's good.
A quick throw. That is to...
And he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. This LC defense has a lot of strong players. They make really good plays. As we just saw, they got another tackle for loss. That's one of their main big points.
And a quick throw from Colton Peel to Tyson Olsen there. One thing about this Ridgeline offense is it doesn't have a whole lot of seniors. We have our entire O-line is all sophomores and juniors, and we only have one receiver that is a senior in number 16, Riley Owens. Our number one target for Colton Peel has been, and here comes Riley Owens now. Our number one target for Colton Peel has been number 18, Jameson Murphy, who's had a great couple games. He was a JV player last year, and he's really showed himself on this Ridgeline offense. About a 3rd and 8 here.
We see Skinner in motion, and it is incomplete to Skinner. Let's see the replay here. Look at the O-line. Looks like some good first steps. We got Colton Skinner in motion, and unfortunately, just can't get a hand on the ball.
And this LC forces a quick 3rd and out from the Ridgeline offense. One of LC's strongest components is their defense. They have a lot of seniors back there and a lot of leadership. They've grown a lot as a team in the past couple of years, and we're excited to see what they do tonight.
We have Jameson Murphy here for the kick. And that is a beautiful punt. Down at the 45. Going down to the 40.
And LC will take possession around the 40-yard line. That was a pretty good punt from Jameson Murphy. Our starting punter, Braxton Dickerhoof, has been out with a leg injury in an off-the-field activity. But Jameson Murphy's done well. He's was a JV kicker last year, and he's done well for these Ridgeline Falcons. On these kickoffs, he's done a great job.
Let's see how this QB running back duo does on this offensive drive. We got a really agile QB here in the backfield. He looks great, ran for a 31-yard rushing touchdown in the last game against the Meade Panthers. So let's see how this offense does.
Lines up in the shotgun formation. Number 45, their starting running back in the backfield. Number 11 in motion, and it is a pass. He goes deep at the first play of the game.
It's wide,
it's incomplete,
and it's overthrown a little bit.
Cannon Arnold, number 23, and Tony Rodriguez.
Looks like some good O-line play. Went back for the pass. Gave it a little too much power. That Ridgeline defense, though, they were on that ball. Can't wait to see more from them.
You know, and LC, that's a bold statement coming out of the first play off offense. You know, they're just trying to challenge this Ridgeline defense and start throwing deep.
2nd and 10 for the LC Tigers. Looks like
number 45 still in the backfield. He's been a great weapon on offense for this LC offense. He's been able to move quickly, to find gaps, to really get upfield on plays that you didn't think you'd be able to.
Interception. Interception by 23. James Arnold.
23, Cannon Arnold. What a beautiful play. You know, that's just a great catch. Cannon Arnold has been one of the better developing young players on this team. He's played a lot of varsity last year despite only being a sophomore. Now in his junior season, he's been doing a lot of great things. His name is Cannon. And now this Ridgeline offense will come out, and we'll see if Colton Peel can do something with this great field position.
Looks like we still have our starting O-line out, full of juniors and sophomores. Mitchell Crowley at left tackle. He's a sophomore. Let's see how he does.
Number 81, Connor Long at the bottom of the screen, has been a great weapon for this Ridgeline offense. It's a quick screen pass to Jameson Murphy. He gets upfield.
Nice.
Close to a first down. Great play by Jameson Murphy and Colton Peel.
Let's look at the replay. Looks like some great O-line play. Just a quick pass to Jameson Murphy. And I think he's got it. I just want to say there was some great blocking with the wide receivers. That's a big part of this team. The wide receivers not only can run and catch the ball, but they're great with just getting that aggression and moving those defenders.
Absolutely, Ethan. Another first down for this Ridgeline offense. Great first play. A handoff to Colton Skinner. He's up the middle. Colton Peel takes it.
Peel for the 12.
Even tricked me on that one, Ruffalo. That's
even tricked me.
A beautiful handoff, or a beautiful fake handoff by Colton Peel, and he takes it up for another Falcons first down. I like the way this Ridgeline offense is moving. I like the momentum, you know, and a couple plays like that, it really gets some hope in the offense, especially after a couple negative plays and a quick 3 and out.
This now a handoff to Skinner, and he gets a nice little 4 or 5 yarder.
Couple yards for Colton Skinner. You know, Colton Skinner is one of our, he's a power back. He's in the weight room a lot. He used to play hockey. You know, he's got a lot of, aggression, and he just likes to run up the middle and get through in people's faces. You know, he's a big part of this Ridgeline offense, and it helps for a passing game, you know. We got a quick 2nd and 9, it looks like. Colton Peel still in the shotgun formation. And Colton Peel takes it again. Beautiful run by Colton.
Another Falcon first down. Let's look at that replay. Great O-line work there. Nice handoff, and he just takes it in there. Missed tackle by number 2, and they got him down a little bit after the 20.
Good move by number 12, Colton Peel. And, that we've been getting a lot of that. That's why our Coach Myers has him in. He likes a quarterback that can take off with the ball and move a little bit. We got a quick, bad snap on the 3rd down.
And it is recovered by the LC defense. Let's get a little replay there. Let's see, check out who got that. Number 2, it was...
It's like 26, and that's
like
just
26?
Something that you hate to see. The Ridgeline offense is moving the ball very, very well, and then the LC defense has just come back in the play. And this LCD line, they've been doing really well the past couple games.
Number 26, Porter Pearson with the recovery. We now got the LC offense out on the field. Love to see more from this QB running back duo and this amazing O-line.
Number 23, Cannon Arnold, who just had the pick, is lined up. It appears to be a man coverage look in our nickel.
We got motion from 11 over here.
It looks like
to the running back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's brought down. He's brought down at the opponent's 30, 25.
And Rumpler, that's just what we've been seeing from this LC defense. They have a strong passing game, as they've already tried to display here, but their running game is something else. When you have such an agile quarterback and such a great running back, also a very strong O-line group, it's very easy to run down the field and make good plays like that.
And it is brought back.
Looks like there was a holding call on one of the LCO linemen. But still, that's still something you don't like to see as a defense. You know, you don't even as lucky as we get with the call. LC starting with a 1st and 20 from the holding call. That run game is something that Ridgeline really needs to look out for. It's very strong, and a quick.
QB takes it.
He rolls out of the pocket, deep pass, incomplete. Looks like he was just throwing it away on that one. It was pretty well covered by number 18, Jameson Murphy, who we've seen on offense, and number 23, Cannon Arnold.
We are now on 2nd and 20 with the ball on the 25. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Still 0-0. 0-8 actually.
8-0. LC Tigers in the lead.
LC Tigers in the lead. Yeah.
I'm excited to see how this Ridgeline pass coverage group can do. You know, you got a lot of this Ridgeline defense has a lot of our seniors on the team. Joel Carver, Grayson Siegel, Evan Anderson, Jace Knoll, Anthony Goodwin, who should be in. I'm not sure if he is right now. And just throws it away, you know.
Looks like it's going to the 3rd and 20 for the LC Tigers on the 25. This Ridgeline defense has just been shutting him out this series.
Number 80, Henry Rogers, runs in for number 58. I believe that he's going in for a D-line position. Henry Rogers is one of our leaders on the team. You know, he's a very strong, athletic kid, and he's taking a lot on him. He's playing a inside receiver. He's done very well for this team. He's one of the role models and one of the personalities on the team.
Now looks like he's going the edge position. Let's see if he can take that angle.
3rd and 20. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap, steps back, and he runs a little bit. And beautiful! Honestly, a really good throw. That's something that this quarterback's been able to do, putting it in places that you wouldn't normally be able to. But number 1 just couldn't make the catch. It's a hard catch to make, but still.
Yeah, that was a very well drawn up play. I could definitely see the potential with that play. It just unfortunately didn't pan out. Let's see, 4th and 20.
Does look like they are going to be punting the ball. It's really the only logical option. 4th and 20 on your own 25. Let's see how this. We got Colton Skinner and Jameson
with the punt.
Goes to Jameson Murphy. Doesn't look like he's going to field it. It goes out of bounds around the 34. Colton Peel, Henry Rogers, and the Ridgeline offense runs out onto the field.
We got the Ridgeline offense now coming to the field.
And you know, as a Ridgeline offense, you know, you have these good plays. You know, you got these big chunk plays where you're getting a 10-yard pass from Jameson Murphy and then a 10-yard run by Colton Peel, and it's just, you know, you can't. Then you have a negative play and they pick it up, and luckily they didn't score on it, but it was very, very possible.
The start of that last series looked very promising. I'd love to see that more from the Ridgeline offense. Let's just see how they do. Colton Peel.
1st and 10 on the Ridgeline's 39. Takes a snap. Quick pass to number 5, Tyson Olson.
And he's fighting for it. Gets about 5 or 6 yards.
Tyson Olson is a junior on this Ridgeline team. Last year he played a lot of JV and he did well for them. But now he's taking on the role of being a starter for this Ridgeline offense.
Looks like 2nd and 4 for the Ridgeline offense on the 44.
Colton Skinner still in the backfield. He's gotten the ball 2 times today. Handoff to Colton. See, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, Colton Skinner, he gets his first contact, as you can see here in this replay. First contact is behind the line of scrimmage, right there. And he still knows how to get upfield. He pushes guys out of his way. It might not be a first down, but that's a power running back right there, and that's something that is really helpful on a Ridgeline offense.
Looks like we have a
holding call on the Ridgeline Falcons. That'll push him 10 yards back, and that run by Colton Skinner for a 3rd and inches will not play out.
Yeah. Looks like we got 2nd and 14 for the Falcons on the 34. 2nd and 15. Still got our starting O-line out. They've been doing pretty good this evening.
Our left tackle, Jared Jones, was a receiver last year, and he's subbing in for Anthony Goodwin, who might come out today, but this is his first game off of injury. Colton Peele takes it, steps back.
Great O-line.
Throws
nice little quick pass to J-Mo.
Connor Long. Nice catch, and nice, you know, that's a good hold on to the ball by Connor Long. You know, he breaks a tackle there, but then he.
As we see, the D end was actually trying to deflect that. Got off the ball, tried to deflect it. Looks like Colton Peele just threw it too high.
Good effort by Connor Long to extend the play, you know, to reach his arm out and try to get an extra yard. It brings it from a 3rd and 9 to a 3rd and 8 for the Ridgeline offense. It's you know, that's that effort is something that you like to see. Connor Long's been a great receiver for this Ridgeline offense, scoring a touchdown against Cheney last week. Colton Skinner takes the ball
down the
middle. Gets wrapped up by that LC defense.
This LC defense is really good at just coming together and just getting the tackles. It's not, you never see one person on tackle, it's always 3 or more. And I really like that because that means they have good collaboration, good teamwork, and they just look like they're like moving like water.
Absolutely, Rumford. This LC and the punt team comes out. Jameson Murphy's in the back. This LC defense, you know, they have a very large group, and from what I hear is they, you know, do a lot of out of football activities together. You know, they little block on number 19, Luke Rowe.
Looks like there is not going to be a penalty for that.
And the LC Tigers will take over on their 17, 18. The LC defense is one of the strongest points on this team. You know, quite a bit of seniors on it, and they really know how to, like you said, Rum, fly down to the football, swarm, and make plays.
Flow like water.
Flow like water, absolutely.
Let's see, the LC defense. Nope, LC offense taking the field now. This offense has been looking really good tonight. Moving the ball, getting some good runs in, getting some good passes. Let's just see him clean.
And if it wasn't for a couple penalties, this LC offense would be, you know, downfield a lot more. If I was the Ridgeline defense, I'd try to contain that running back, and I'd try to contain that run game. As you can see, quarterback takes it, and it's eaten up very quickly by that Ridgeline D-line. Ryder Cross comes in for the tackle.
Let's check out. Look at our linebackers blitzing in.
Great block shed by Ryder Cross, and then he comes in there.
And that defense just swarms him like flies.
Absolutely. Flow like water.
Flow like water.
That was a great play by the Ridgeline defense. Ryder Cross, who I mistakenly said made the tackle. You know, he's a real leader, only being a junior on this team. You know, he's got a lot of energy, brings a lot to this. You know, playing middle linebacker, very hard position on the field.
David Conklin as the QB for the LC Tigers.
2nd and 9. Another run.
Takes it up. And again, the Ridgeline defense just swarms that up.
That's what you like to see as a defense, you know, because there's no better way to bully a team than running up the middle. And by proving that you can't get the ball run, you know, right up your mouth, it's a good way to display a little bit of power, a good way to show your dominance. And this Ridgeline defense has done a great job of that. They've had an interception, you know, honestly not too bad of a performance here. Looks like a 3rd and 8 for the LC Tigers. Motion by number 11.
Conklin keeps
drops
it.
Back, throws to number 11 on the sweep. Number 24, number 23, Cannon Arnold. Another great play. You know, that's a great hit.
Let's watch him. He gets the ball. Watch him as he waits. He doesn't just jump to get the tackle. He waits to see where he moves, and he just gets on that.
And that's just knowing the game of football by Cannon Arnold, you know. And now these LC Tigers are forced to punt. We still have Jameson Murphy and Colton Skinner in the back to return.
Let's see if we can get a good return here.
Snap, the punt.
Kick is up and right.
Jameson Murphy looks to return it.
He gets it.
Good catch. He goes upfield. Good block by 57. Jameson Murphy at the 50, at the 55.
Down at the 45. Jameson Murphy. Let's watch that back.
And that was a great catch by Jameson Murphy. You know, returning those punts isn't not as easy as it looks, and he does a great job of getting his arms around, getting his hands up in the air.
That was also a great tackle. I just want to say about the punt team, nice wrap up, got the hips dropped.
Absolutely. Colton Peel and this Ridgeline offense come out to the 45 to do some work. No running back in this formation. We have 5 receivers out on the field. Number 18, Jameson Murphy, is head up there.
Colton Skinner back in the backfield.
Skinner runs into the backfield. And it is a handoff.
And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I like that play, Rump.
I do. I really liked how it looked. It's just this LC defense, especially the D-line, is just, they're great at getting off the ball, got a bunch of quick steps, and just swarmed on.
And not only that, you know, putting Colton Skinner at the receiver position allows Colton Peel to analyze a defense, to see if the coverage, to see if it's zone, to see if it's man, to see how they react to Colton Peel pulling into the back, or sorry, Colton Skinner pulling into the backfield. But ultimately, it was only about a 1-yard gain. Colton Peel still in the shotgun formation, Skinner behind him. Quick pass, Tyson Olsen, and it's a quick incompletion. That's great coverage. Good throw by Colton Peel, but ultimately knocked incomplete.
Look at the O-line. The first steps, that's something that this Ridgeline coaching staff really nails into these guys, is that first step. It's all about the first step. Doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are, if you get that good first step, you're in there.
Absolutely, Rob. 3rd and long for this Ridgeline offense. Let's see if they can make something happen.
Looks like a pass.
Quick pass. Ooh.
Looks like that was batted down by one of the defenders. Let's check it out.
Absolutely not a bad idea. You know, looks at the running back, does a little bit of a pump fake.
It was batted down by one of the D linemen. You can see it a little bit. He got a little, tipped the ball.
And that's what these LC Tigers are good at. You know, we got a lot of tall guys with a lot of length. They're able to get their arms around, get to the quarterback, get to the running back, and get to the ball.
Jameson Murphy with the punt.
Punting from his own 42. Gets the punt off.
A little high.
Good punt by Jameson Murphy. Lands around the 20. Not fielded. Stopped by number 57, Jace Knoll, at our 19-yard line, or at the LC Tigers 19-yard line. If you're the LC Tigers, what are you thinking right now? What are you trying to do on offense?
Well, they've been moving the ball pretty good. It's just they're still a little stuck up on penalties. I would love to see more running from number 46. That one run that got called back, he was moving.
Absolutely, Rumpler. I mean, just a great display of football there. You know, he knows how to get outside. He knows how to get away from defenders. To make, like I said, make small plays become big. I believe number 46 is in the backfield there. Number 19 hands it to him. 46.
46. Caden Castle with the run. Nice little, looks like a 15-yarder.
You know, the coaching staff must be listening to me, Rump, you know.
Yeah.
you hand it to number 46, let him get on the outside. Honestly, great protection in the replay here by the O-line. They're able to contain that Ridgeline D-line on the inside and allows them to get out for some yards. He breaks a couple tackles and gets 15 yards on that one. And now LC's faced with another first down.
Honestly, I would just love to see this number 46 Caden Castle run this ball a little more. I really like how he's looking. He's really fast.
There he goes, on the outside.
The coaches are listening to me. Looks like he was brought down by the defensive lineman.
But, you know, number 46, slow to get up. And he's up, though.
Oh, he's good.
You know, the way that he gets around, Evan Anderson, number 49, came down from the linebacker position. And he, number 46 really just wrapped around him, got around him, planted his foot, and got upfield. For not a great gain, but, gain nonetheless.
Looks like 46 was holding his stomach a little after play. I hope he's okay.
Number 19 getting the snap, 46 beside him.
Let's look at the O-line on this play. The O-line is looking beautiful.
A deep pass.
Ooh, almost intercepted by number 24.
Joel Carver, you know, great play. He was there. All he has to do is get his hands on the ball.
Oh, looks like Anthony Goodwin is in the game now.
Number
58.
Oh, yes, number 58, Anthony Goodwin. He's one of our senior leaders, you know. He's a great D lineman. He knows the game of football, and he's honestly a wrecking ball on this D line.
He's coming off an injury in his leg. You can see the brace there. Defense.
Absolutely. Love to hear it from this crowd. You know, homecoming game. Rumpler, I haven't seen this Ridgeline student section much bigger than this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got, I mean, the student section is overflowing.
19
we have
drops back to pass.
multiple
Complete
rows.
to 11. Holds them to a 4th and 3.
Got the instant replay here.
You can hear from the crowd how much they really, you know, are into the game and, you know, like to see that. Now the LC punt team comes out.
Nice quick pass. Brought down by number 23, Caden Arnold.
Number 19, the quarterback, seems to be getting a lot of plays where he rolls out to the outside, you know, and I don't know if it looks like it's a play calling here, but, you know, that means that this Ridgeline defense is doing a number and putting enough fear into the quarterback that they have to roll out like that.
Looks like
Good
the
punt. Good punt. Still dose of number 18, Jameson Murphy. He touches
dropped.
it, and he recovers it on the 5. You know, you just got to catch that. But even though he didn't, he was quick to recover it and didn't lead to a turnover.
Yeah, I love to see it. Wouldn't like to see another turnover for this Ridgeline Falcons team, but it looks like Jameson Murphy got down, grabbed the ball, and got us down to the 5-yard line.
And that's okay, you know. You can't catch every single ball, so the way to turn around and get on it when there's a defender right there in your face is honestly impressive. And Rump, the Ridgeline offense, as crazy as to say, works well when they have a lot of field to cover. So I'm excited to see how this drive goes out. Colton Peel standing in his own end zone, same as Colton Stinner. Receivers just outside the end zone.
Snap
Takes a snap,
good.
and it's a pass. Number 81, Connor Long. Good coverage by number 2 for the LC defense. You know, and that's just a physical ball. You can see in the replay here, Connor Long does his best to get up to it, but, you know, number 2's right there waiting for him.
Number 2. KJ Kincaid with the coverage.
Second down. 2nd and 10 for the Ridgeline offense. You know, and you want to get out of here. You don't want to be the team punting from your own end zone. You know, it puts a lot of pressure on the punter. You don't have a lot of room to work with, and it's a deep ball. Number 18, Jameson Murphy, just gets his hand on it. Not quite there to make the grab, though.
Let's watch this. Looks like he dropped back, ready to throw.
Good job by number 12, Colton Peel. You know, you can see him right there making his reads.
Just a little high. Just a little high for J-Mo. Ridgeline 3rd and 10 in their own end zone.
You know, you got to get something here. I don't know if you're going to try to go for the first down or get a couple yards because you don't, like I said, you don't want to have the back of the end zone be a barrier for you when you're punting, especially when you have a high punt like Jameson's been receiving.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a screen out of this Ridgeline offense. Last year
rolls out to the corner, and it's quickly batted away. Now the Ridgeline offense is going to be forced to punt
from their own red zone.
And if I'm the LC Tigers, you know, if I'm the special teams unit, I'm really going to do my best to put a lot of pressure on this punter because, you know, he's contained by the back of the end zone. He has to catch it right there and get it off right then and there. He can't take a step back. You know, he can't dilly-dally. So if I'm the LC special teams coordinator, I'm sending a guy right up by the outside of that formation, and I'm trying to block this punt. Let's see how Jameson does with that pressure.
Ryan Schwartz on the outside, number 20.
And he does fine. Great punt by Jameson Murphy.
Great punt.
Bounces at the 30, rolls up to the 40, the 50.
And
picked up by Joel Carver on the 50 on their 40, LC's own 49-yard line.
KJ Kincaid in the backfield decided not to grab that ball and to just let it ride.
Not a bad idea. You know, KJ Kincaid, you know, he knows that the field position is going to be short regardless. So, you know, I wouldn't ever complain about starting on my own 49-yard line. That's basically, you know, starting on the 50. So you cut the field in half. I wouldn't risk the return team knocking the ball out or creating a turnover for such short field position. Let's see how this LC offense can do. Number 46 still in the backfield. Quick pass. He goes short to number 2.
KJ Kincaid
breaks a couple tackles Good play by number 2. You know, quick catch, quick turnaround, and he gets upfield. You know, not letting the first guy he meets bring him down. Number 2, you know, has made a lot of plays for this LC offense and defense, I believe. We called out his name a couple times.
Yeah, I think he's playing all 3 sides of the ball, special teams, offense, and defense. So this kid, he's looking good. He's looking good.
One of the seniors on this team. And a quick word from our sponsors.
Orthodontics, your Spokane neighborhood orthodontist, located Northside, Valley, and South Hill. Call today for a free orthodontic evaluation. When you're thinking of enhancing your smile, think Damon. And welcome back, folks. End of the first quarter here. LC 8, Ridgeline 0. Falcons not doing too bad. They're moving the ball. They're making some good defensive plays. Just like to see a little more from them.
Yeah, it's been competitive both ways, you know. The only unfortunate thing is that pick and that quick touchdown for the LC Tigers, you know, now they're in they got the lead, and when it's as competitive as it is, it's hard to get down and score and tie it up. See Coach Rogers there, the new defensive coordinator. Ridgeline's gone through a great deal of coaching changes in this offseason. Some of their coaches going to U High. So Rogers, who used to be the receivers coach and special teams coordinator, is now our defensive coordinator.
Let's see what Rogers calls for this defense. Quick step from Jace Knoll, and he gets the tackle with a couple help from his other defenders.
Looks like a first down for the LC Tigers. A quick handoff to number 46. You know, and that's just, you know, what you got to do. Just pound the ball up the middle, get the first down. I like that. Tatum Castle's been doing a lot for this LC offense, you know, and there he is, still in the backfield. It looked like for a minute, though, he wasn't feeling too well. Still in the backfield. Excited to see how this play turns out. Quick first down for the LC offense.
Ooh, almost intercepted.
Scary pass by number 19. Right across, number 6 was right there to get that. You know,
let's watch Cross's movements here.
Not an interception, but, you know, he was closer to the ball than any of the LC Tigers. Oh, almost a pick there. Ryder wishes he had that one back.
Ryder, a very young leader on this team, but he is making this defense work.
Absolutely. Honestly, I would argue that Ryder's one of the biggest leaders on this team, even though he's just a junior. You know, he's making plays, he's getting loud, he's making sure all his boys know that he's there for him. You know, it's just the kind of football player that you want. Jace Knoll getting all giddy on the line. There he is. 46, up the middle.
And Castle with another first down.
Absolutely. You know, and that's some great blocking you can see in the replay here. 57 was right there to get him. 66 blows up in his face, and 46 takes it up the middle. You know, that's a great play by the LC Tigers. Third and 1, a little more than a third and a yard here.
Looks like it was close to a first down. Looks like about 3 inches.
Absolutely. You know, if I'm the LC Tigers, I'm just running up the middle here. You've been getting a couple yards every time, and all you need is 2 on this play.
I'm handing it to Castle and just running it down the middle.
Absolutely. There they go. 46 gets the first down, just barely. You know, but you don't need much. A third and short scenario like that, you just got to get a couple, and that's just what the LC offense did. I'd like to see, you know, you and I, Rump, were preaching handing the ball off to number 46. You know, he had a great game against Meade. You know, he had a great game week 1. You know, he's been just doing the things that you want a football player to do. But you know, now that you're staring the Ridgeline defense enough with number 46, how about a QB pull, you know, and he takes off to the outside, or maybe a pass. The passing game hasn't been too great for the LC Tigers, but, you know, that can change very quickly.
We did see the QB earlier in the game pulling that ball a little bit, running up the field, and I'd love to see it again.
Absolutely. If I'm the LC Tigers, you know, I'm not the LC Tigers, but the coaching staff, I think that you should try to spread the love a little more, you know, give it to 46 and then, you know, let 19 take a little stab at it, because obviously the Ridgeline defense adapts, and gets familiar with certain plays.
That's something this defense is really good at.
Absolutely, Rump.
They're really good learners. They're very smart. They spend a lot of time in the outside of practice studying plays, looking at the playbook, and just getting smarter.
You know, one thing, Rump, here that motion by number 11. He takes the ball in the jet sweep, comes all the way to the one side of the field, and runs completely back to the other. There's a flag on the field. Touchdown, but there is a flag.
There is a flag on the field, but Brody Bugby with the absolute maneuvers.
Rumpler, that is just a crazy play. He ran from one sideline to the other.
He did some zigzags there.
And then right back to the same sideline he started on. You don't see that, you know? And I don't know what the coaches feel about that, if they're a little scared watching him run back to the middle like that, but it sure did work out for him. Regardless of the flag, that's still a great play by number.
Looks like it was a holding by the offense.
Is that the second or third one by this LC offense?
I think just the second. They are being held up by a little bit of penalties, but I think they still got it.
Oh, and that hurts. You know,
it does.
You got a beautiful run by 46, who probably took it 35 yards, and then number 11 scores a touchdown on one of the most insane plays you'll see in high school football, but obviously called back for holding.
LC 2nd and 15 on the 35. Let's see what they do here.
Number 19 in shotgun with 46 right behind him. And they take a timeout. Timeout.
Yes, timeout. Timeout from Ridgeline. Time to hear from our sponsors. Papa Murphy's Pizza is proud to support the GSL, the League of Champions. Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza is fresh from your oven and packed with melty, cheesy goodness. Try it today for just $13.99.
Thank you and hello, friends. Welcome back to this little Ridgeline broadcast here. A quick timeout. They really want to talk about this 2nd and 15 play. I think the LC coaches are only going for a touchdown here, you know. You got this field position. They've been able to make plays downfield. They've been able to gain yards quickly. If I'm the LC offensive coordinator, I'm wanting to throw the ball down, or not throw the ball downfield, but I'm really trying to score on this drive. They got the Ridgeline defense in a good position.
We got head coach Dave Myers talking to his players down there. He's been calling some pretty good plays. I just remember that one series where we just got first down after first down after first down. I would love to see that again from the Ridgeline offense.
Absolutely.
But with the Ridgeline defense here, we got Anthony Goodwin at tackle and Jay Snow at the end. Let's see if they can rip up this O-line.
Drops back, number 19. Runs out of the pocket a little bit. Tries to take it up the middle, and he's quickly swallowed up by number 55, Mitchell Crowley, for the Ridgeline defense. You know, and Mitchell Crowley, he's the youngest starter on our entire team, but he's also one of the best. You know, he's had multiple pancake blocks. He's done a lot of great things for this Ridgeline offense and defense. He's our starting left tackle, and he's doing a phenomenal job. You know, he's 6'3", just a great football player. You couldn't ask for more of a football player build than Mitchell Crowley.
6'3", 231 pounds.
A 3rd and 15 from the Falcons, or from the Tigers here. 19 drops back again, runs up in the pocket. Quick pass to number 2. Oh, that sure is close to the first down. Brought down by number 7, Grayson Siegel.
KJ Kincaid with the catch. Went for a couple yards, and Grayson Siegel was just there, and he's just
good tackle.
Down. Great
good tackle by number 7, Grayson Siegel. You know, that's what you coach in that practice. So to wrap up, take him down, grab him by the legs, take him to the ground.
I mean, he's got some experience. I know, like hugging them hay barrels, lugging them around, just like on the farm.
Yep, absolutely. Grayson Siegel also happens to be a farmer. Thank you, Ron.
He helps out at Carver Farms.
Oh, absolutely, he does. Number 19 in the backfield, number 46 directly behind him. And number 11 in motion. They've had a lot of success beginning like that.
Looks like the ball goes to
number 11, 49. Ooh. Evan Anderson was right on that throw. You know, it was within arm's reach. Let's look at the replay here. Evan Anderson, right there. Oh,
he was ready for it. He was ready. Dropped his head a little bit.
A little further back than I originally thought, but still, you know, That's a good play by the Ridgeline defense, and a great play by the LC offense. You know, you're getting the ball, you're moving it, you're passing it in the air, which is never easy, but good coverage all around.
2nd and 8 for the LC Tigers. We got 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock.
Hands it to
handoff
46.
Castle, and it's quickly brought down. Number 6 right across.
Third and 4 here for the LC Tigers. You know, I like that play. Run it to the outside, change up the look a little bit, keep things different. You know, you can never know what's going to happen if you're always doing something different. And I think this LC offense is doing that a little bit here. 3rd and 5. You know, is this 4th down scenario? You know, you got 6 or 7 minutes on the clock left. You know, it's just is this a 4th down situation?
Say that again.
Deep ball to number 2. Oh, incomplete. Number 21, Tony Rodriguez on the coverage. Great coverage, you know. Number 2 tried to get up and wrap his arms around him, but number 21 is just there.
We haven't seen a lot of out of our DBs today because they just haven't been throwing the ball much, but we have 2 great young DBs here. We have Tony Rodriguez, who has just been very advocate in the weight room throughout the season.
Absolutely. Kanan Arnold, one of the other DBs coming off the field, he's been playing a lot out of the nickel slot, and then Joel Carver, number 24, on the other side of the field. Haven't really been thrown at much, and you know, you wonder why. And it is not a 4th down situation.
I mean, I think they're not throwing him because they're a little scared.
Absolutely,
They're a little scared.
Joel Carver, you know, he's a great corner.
And it looks like it is
number 90
complete.
Puts it through the uprights. You know, and if you're a little closer, you know, if you're faced with a 4th and 2, I like going for it there. You know, you're up by 8. Your defense has been able to stop the Ridgeline offense. You know, give your offense a chance to score and make it a greater lead than it is. But I'm not 4th and 5. Definitely not mad at that. Here, a word from our sponsors.
Stop into the swinging doors at the corner of Francis and Monroe before or after the game to meet, eat, and have fun. A proud sponsor of the GSL. And welcome back. We got the Falcons on the return and the LC Tigers on the kick.
11-0 for the LC Tigers. Kicking off to Jameson Murphy right there, you know. And J-Mo, we've talked about him a couple times. He's a great asset. You know, one of Colton Peel's favorite targets. He hasn't been targeted too much tonight, but when he has, a quick first down on a swing pass up the middle or up the sideline. You know, that's never an easy thing to do. But he got out there, got through a couple tackles. You know, a lot of good stuff from Jameson Murphy. Looks like they're in a onside kick formation. It looks like. Oh no, never mind. They just all spread out. Excuse me. Sorry. Number 90 back to kick. He just kicked the field goal, and he's back on to do it again.
Spits with the kick, and it's a good
kicked off to Jameson Murphy again. He elects to return it. Good blocking.
Great.
Oh, number 20 is just there, you know. That's great. You know, Colton Stinner, he saw him and he got by him. Wraps up at number 18, Jameson Murphy. You can see number 20 right there. Jutes Stinner out right there. Bang. Great play by number 20. That's what you like on special teams. You know, I believe that special teams is a lot more important than people think. You know, it really gets your team going. A lot of guys that don't normally see the field get to come out and make big plays.
Special teams win games.
Absolutely, Rumpling. Ridgeline offense. Jackson Feeser, number 22, in for Colton Stinner. He's lined up evenly with him.
Also, Anthony Goodwin coming here in right tackle.
Anthony Goodwin, you know, you like to see it. Oh, quick screen pass, and it's quickly blown up. You know, easily read by number 4 on the LC defense. That's just a great play.
Cohen Murphy with
quick screen pass, you know.
He saw right through it.
And I don't know what you can do there. Do you ask the left tackle and Anthony Goodwin, right tackle and Anthony Goodwin to get out and block that a little quicker, because that was sniffed out very quickly by number 4. Colton Peel drops back, fires deep. Number 5, Kyson Olsen, and is just in front of him.
Little overthrown. I love the read, though. Kyson looked quite open.
Absolutely.
Let's watch that back.
Good throw by Colton Peel. You know, Kyson Olsen, a great receiver, but yeah, just, you know, it just wasn't quite there. Good coverage, though, by number 6. You know, you want, ideally, you know, you're throwing to a receiver like Henry Rogers, you know, 6'2", and he's just ability to get up there. Not that Tyson doesn't have that. You know, Tyson's doing great at the X position.
I would love to see some Feeser action out here.
Absolutely. Jackson Feeser, another young kid, hasn't played a lot of varsity football. Oh my gosh, deep throw to Jameson Murphy. You know,
number 18.
Yeah, let him know, Jameson. Let him know. You know, that we've been talking about the guy all night.
Catch back again.
And here he is, you know, double coverage.
Over the shoulder.
Gets in front of him. You know, Jameson
Nice
Murphy.
little knee slide.
Absolutely. You know, he's just an athlete on this football team.
I think he might be playing the wrong kind of football.
All right.
You're supposed to laugh at that, David.
You know, number 18, Jameson Murphy. He does golf. He does football. He does basketball. He's a 3-sport athlete, and he's just a, you know, kind of a quiet force on this team.
Feeser with the run.
Up the middle.
And he is snuffed out in the middle of the field.
Not bad at all. Good blocks by the O-line. The linebackers just got to him pretty quickly, and you know, I like it. You know, give the young guy some reps. You don't see a lot of number 22 on the field, but I like giving them the experience there. You know, especially in a position like this when you know that you have to throw the ball. You know, and here's the thing: 5.5 minutes, you're absolutely not forced to throw the ball. You got a lot of options. You know, you have enough time to get down to the red zone, take some time off the clock, and try to score here, or you can elect to pass and go for it as quick as you can, which looks like the Ridgeline offense is doing. Colton Peel drops back to Den, runs outside of the pocket, deep throw. Oh my gosh, 18, Jameson Murphy. Another great catch. You know,
back-to-back catches from Jameson Murphy.
Deep plays. Like I said, Colton Peel's favorite target, and how could you not love that guy? Like, beautiful catch there. Stays in bounds, right in front of number 6, and he lets him know. I like that. You know, number 12, you know, Colton Peel, he really knows how to see what guys are going to be doing. You know, you're always scared, you know, starting a new guy. We had Landon Gardner last year, you know, and he just like Colton Peel was able to see receivers' routes before they were there.
Looks like we got a timeout from the Ridgeline Falcons. Let's hear from our sponsors. Flatstick Pub, where great food, mini golf, and good times collide to make for an unforgettable experience. Located in the heart of downtown Spokane, make Flatstick Pub the place you celebrate your team's next big win. Guaranteed to be a hole-in-one.
Absolutely, thank you very much. You know, whoever's speaking to these sponsors, you know, he's doing a great job. But you know, welcome back, friends. We're faced with another 1st and 10 on the LC Tigers 29. It looks like Colton Peel comes out, paired up with 21, Tony Rodriguez, who's one of our DBs actually at running back. You know, Tony obviously doesn't get the ball as much on offense because of his stance on defense, but you know, he's mean on the field. You know, he lowers his shoulder. He's just a hard hitter, and you like to see it. Colton Peel, however, does take it. Quick fake handoff, and he gets about 3 or 4 yards there. Helped up by number 55, Mitchell Crowley, and that's what you like to see. You know, you like to talk about this O-line, Rumpler.
Oh, yeah. I love the O-line. Lots of hospitality here. They're a great group of guys. Number 71 and 72, twins, Colton and Caleb Cool. They are big boys. They're great on the field.
Absolutely.
Play both sides of the ball, offense and defense, and just know how to tear it up.
You know, and how could you not have the...
Oh my God! Pancake by number 72. Caleb Cool.
Nice run by Colton Peel.
Let's watch that back. Watch that back.
Oh, 72 gets right on top.
72. But it was
like that.
Great run by
Colton Peel. You know, way to just get there, not take any crazy hits. You know, as your quarterback, you know that you can't really get hit like that. So way to just step out of the way and just do what you need to do. Colton Peel's been playing pretty good football tonight.
I can say the same.
And back to the cool twins. You know, how do you not have the competitive edge playing right next to your brother? You know, how do you not want to be a better football player, be a better O-lineman, block better for your quarterback when your brother's right there trying to do the same thing to you? You know, it really helps this Ridgeline O-line, that competitive edge, and also Steps back. Throw. Ooh. Jameson Murphy.
Oh, it looks like
there's a flag
on the field.
Let's hear from our ref. JMO just wasn't able to get there in the way of someone, or someone's in the way of him. Looks like
it's going to be a pass interference call, I believe.
Here he is.
Pass interference from the defense.
Yep. Regardless of how you're getting yards, you're getting yards. It looks like that should be about a 12-yard penalty. Jameson Murphy was about 12 yards down at the point of contact. It's enough to move the chains. You know, Falcons are in the red zone here. You know, do you want to start running the ball and you know, you're effective throwing it, but do you want to start running it, take some time off the clock? If I'm the Ridgeline Falcons, I'm just trying to score. You know, I'm trying to get points on the board. The defense has been doing great at holding the Tigers, and I like that.
Quick little throw.
Oh, right there for Jameson Murphy. You know, Colton Peel loves to target him, but why? How could you not? You know, he's doing a great job of getting open, making plays.
And I just want to say, Colton Peel has some great pocket movement. He's great at adapting to his linemen, just moving around in that pocket, staying safe. We haven't seen a single sack out of him tonight, and that's lovely. I would like to see more of Tony Rodriguez, though.
Absolutely.
I just want to see him run that ball with all that aggressiveness and that spirit.
Yeah, absolutely, Rump. You know, one thing about this Ridgeline offense is they do like to throw. You know, they are playing good football when they can make completions. And there you go, Tony. Ooh. Good throw by Colton Peel. I like the play there, but someone was right there in front of him to blow him up. But he just couldn't make the catch, and that's all right.
Some great first steps on the O-line there.
Absolutely, and that's what I was trying to say, Rumpler. This O-line does love their quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's one reason why we aren't getting so many sacks. The chemistry between the O-line, you know, the bond that they have, and also the love that Colton Peel gives them. It bounces between the whole team. You know, it emits just good vibes. You know, like I said, that competitive edge between the twins, between the rest of the O-line. They just want to block for the guy, and that's something that you really want out of your quarterback. 3rd and 10 here. You got to throw it, you know. Colton Peel drops back. Quick throw. Jameson Murphy has his hands on it, but not quite complete. That's just good defense, you know. So now, you know, we're down by 11. Do we try to throw it, or do we kick it? Normally, I'd say kick the field goal, but you know, Mr. Myers is or Coach Myers does like to go for it in these situations. We'll see what he does here. Looks like we'll be kicking it. Jameson Murphy, you know, he's been making plays at receiver, and here he is to kick for the 3 points. You know, he's you know, just a great player on this Ridgeline offense.
Let's see if Ridgeline can get some points on the board.
Snap is good. Hold is good.
And it looks like we are good.
Absolutely.
Ridgeline gets 3 points on the board. It is now 11-3.
Making it a one-score football game. I like that. You know, now you're putting pressure on the LC Tigers. You got 3.5 minutes for them to go down and score. So, you know, you're putting them in a position where they have to throw the ball. So you're giving your great DBs and Joel Carver, Cannon Arnold, linebackers and Ryder Cross, Evan Anderson. You know, you're giving them a chance to go out and make some plays. But let's hear from our sponsors.
SWX is a proud partner of the Greater Spokane League. For complete coverage of local sports, visit us at swxlocalsports.com. Download our app for everything local sports.
And welcome back, folks. We are about to get started with some more football, but it looks like at halftime, which is in 3 minutes, we are going to see a couple performances. We're going to see something from the cheerleaders. Oh, nope, sorry. Immediately after halftime, we're going to see a cheer performance, a dance performance, and a band performance. And immediately after the band, we are going to be welcoming in our
homecoming court.
Nope, we are welcoming our principal, Mr. Hart, to introduce the homecoming court.
Absolutely.
Back to the game.
Jameson Murphy, who caught most of the yards on this play, kicked the field goal. He's now, what a beautiful kick. Right to the back of the end zone. You know, what a leg on J-Mo.
That looked like a Braxton Dickerhoof kick right there.
Absolutely. You know, and speaking of Braxton Dickerhoof, what a loss, you know. The first game against G-Prep, at G-Prep, Bratson Dickerhoof had 2 sacks, one of them causing a fumble. You know, he was honestly what I thought one of the biggest players that night. And he you know, just a key player on this defense. He's obviously a wonderful kicker. And losing him tonight is a real shame for this Ridgeline offense, but they seem to be handling it well. Jameson Murphy's handling the pressure great. You know, obviously just kicked that field goal, and he's doing great on kickoff and punt too. 1st and 10 from the LC Tigers on their 20.
We got Tyson Kelsey on the edge now. Castle with the run. Looks like he's going to get about 3 or 4 yards there.
You know, and I like that run. You know, one thing, when I'm playing Madden, when I'm, you know, on my little Xbox, what I like to do, I like to run it up the middle, get it, you know, aim for 5 or 6 yards,
and then just throw it.
And then try to throw it. You know, run to set up the pass. And I think I'd like to see that from the LC Tigers tonight, because you only do have 3 minutes left. You can't run it the entire time. So, you know, you got to start, you got to put pressure on the Ridgeline defense and start throwing it downfield.
45 in motion. Hand off to Castle. And he
quick first down.
Sheds a couple blocks, and he gets the first
great run by Castle.
Let's watch the replay.
That's some good blocking. Number 7, Grayson Siegel,
tackle.
Just cuts inside. You know, I like that. You know, the O-line creates a hole. Number 7, Grayson Siegel, fills it very quickly, but then Castle steps outside. You know, he plants his foot, uses his agility, which is one of his strongest attributes, and cuts outside and gets a great gain there. If you're the Ridgeline defense, what are you trying to do here, Rump?
I'm just trying to blow him up.
Rushing 3 here.
Just rush through all 3.
Grayson Siegel shows blitz, gets free.
Chasing
number
down.
19.
Quick little pass.
Caught.
Number 2. Oh, number 12.
Ooh. Big.
There's down. Let's see this catch by number 12.
What a beautiful throw. I mean, great play by number 12. I believe that's the first reception 12's had tonight. You know, but I like that. You know, he gets out there, he knows that he has to go out of bounds, he has a great hit, and then he steps out. That's something you want to see from one of your receivers.
That was the first catch for Killian. He is a sophomore, and he's a wide receiver and DB.
Absolutely. You can see number 12 line up at the bottom of your screen here, right above, or now below the Ridgeline logo.
Let's see if they pass him a little more tonight.
First down, but snap is ball picked up quickly by number 19. He throws it, just gets rid of it. You know, you can't be mad
Caught
at that.
Caught by the coach!
Absolutely. You know, 19, you know, he did a great job.
No, he did a great job recovering that.
He knows that he's under pressure because he bobbled the snap, but I do believe that he could have went downfield there and looked for another target. You know, obviously, you know, your mind starts going every direction when you do miss a snap like that. But he picked it up great. He started to run outside like he's been doing all night. I think he could have looked for a target instead of throwing it away. But obviously, you know, I'm not number 19.
2nd and 10 on the 50 with 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock.
Number 12, right above your RHS logo. Great play.
Run
number
to
46, Castle.
Gets the first.
What a...
And he's brought down.
You know, and number 46, you know, you wouldn't think that such an agile, such a quick running back would be able to go. And you can see here, number 46, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
guys to take him down.
5 guys, and then 46 finally falls.
Makes me hungry for some burgers.
5 guys. I got you, Rum. I got you. Okay. Yeah. You know, this is great running there by Castle.
Pass
19 to number 12, the sophomore.
Again, Killian.
Great move.
And he breaks. Break couple tackles there before he's brought down by the Ridgeline defense.
Now, see, if I'm the LC Tigers, Rump, which, like I said, I've said many times tonight, you know, now you got 2 minutes left on the clock. You're on the 15-yard line. What do you start to do? Do you start to run a little time? Do you start to try to pressure the defense? Do you throw it? Because besides a couple plays, the Ridgeline defense has been on top. You know, we already had an interception. Yeah. They've absolutely been covering the pass. But then you know, obviously number 46 Castle's been doing a great job running it. So they're now rushing 4 instead of rushing 3.
And in the second quarter have been utilizing Killian, the sophomore, to the full advantage.
Good pressure there, and he goes
corner.
Deep. Oh, just out of the reach for number 1.
Jameson
That's a great ball.
There, though.
Great pressure by that Ridgeline D-line. Look, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 green jerseys, limited from 4 to 3 by the pickup on the running back. You know, but that's right there. You know, that honestly, great throw by number 19. You like to see that, and also you like to take shots downfield.
Oh, yeah.
Although it was an incompletion, you know, you're trying stuff, and as a defensive coordinator, that's never something. You know, you like to be challenged, and as an offensive coordinator on the side of it, you like to challenge that defense. You know, you like to see your capabilities, and honestly, I like that from the Tigers. The quarterback was on the run, made a great throw. It was just a little out of the reach. First throw to, quick throw to number 2.
Quick throw to Kincaid with a little yardage there, brought down. It's, I think his 3rd or 4th catch of the night. He's doing pretty well. Looks like one of the star targets for this offense.
Absolutely. Number 2's been doing a great job for this LC offense. Looks like we got a 3rd and 4. They can get a first down without scoring, which is obviously would be ideal for this offense. You know, you don't want to have the pressure of 4th down. You don't want to do a lot of stuff. Number 11 in motion. They've had a lot of success from that. Hands off to number 46. Ooh, great
down.
hit. You know, great hit by number 46, but great way to just really eat it and go through the hit and take down number 46.
And
Tony Rodriguez.
with the tackle.
You know, and that's what I was saying. Tony Rodriguez, he just plays mean football. You know, he's one of the most aggressive kids on the field. He really knows that, you know, be the hammer, not the nail. In that scenario,
he was the hammer.
You know, I'd say there was 2 hammers there. It was a pretty even matchup, and it causes a 4th down. You know, now the LC Tigers are thinking, do they have to kick it or do they have to pass it or you know, continue to play.
They can run the clock here, actually. Nope, they have a couple seconds off. Looks like they're running the clock.
I think they take a timeout. Yeah, it looks like they're probably going to kick it. They're either kicking it or giving it one last shot here. Looks like the kicking team is coming out. Number 9, he is on the field. He's been doing good for him. A quick timeout by the LC Tigers with 2 seconds left remaining.
Let's hear from our sponsors. Be sure to check out the GSL website, GreaterSpokaneLeague.org, for schedules, quick links to all schools, and league information. Go to GreaterSpokaneLeague.org for more information. Thank you for that message. We are back to the game. It looks like we are kicking a field goal here.
Sorry, Rob. Not much of this half left to play. You know, you either make this kick or you don't. But you got 2 seconds left on the clock. Good. You know, I like this clock management by the LC Tigers. Just really take all the opportunity out of the Ridgeline offense's hands. Give it to number 90. Let him punch it through for a quick 3 points. There you go.
Spits with the kick, and it is good.
Good job by the holder there. It was a little high, but he made sure to grab it, put it down, and make it for the kicker to grab. And here we can see our Falcons and our LC Tigers running in the locker room to discuss the schemes for halftime, to talk about the changes and the things that we like to do, what's working and what's not.
We now have the Ridgeline dance team, cheer team, sorry, correction.
friends. Welcome to some halftime adjustments. Rumpler, what do you like about the LC Tigers in this first half?
This LC Tiger, I want to start with their defense. This defense has been blowing up the Ridgeline offense, getting a lot of tackles for losses. No sacks yet tonight because of the Ridgeline O-line bringing it together and blocking them out. The LC offense, though, has been doing great on the run. Number 46, Caden Castle, has been running the ball down Ridgeline's throat.
Absolutely. You know, and Rump, to bounce back on that offense, I really liked what the Tigers did in that last drive. You know, to share the love between number 19 and let him, you know, make plays, as well as handing it off to Castle. We saw number 12, the sophomore, making a lot of great plays, you know, try to get him more involved. Obviously, he's an athlete, he's a football player. Giving him the ball and giving him a chance to get up the field and, you know, do great things, as well as number 2, who's gotten a lot of catches. But this Ridgeline team, you know, I really like what Colton Peel's doing. He's making safe throws. You know, he's making smart decisions. This O-line's been great for him. They've given him a lot of opportunity to throw downfield, to make a lot of plays. Jameson Murphy has obviously been getting open, has been making plays, been kicking field goals. Tyson Olsen has been another great target for him. You know, this Ridgeline offense has been passing the ball great, not to mention Colton Stinner and his powerful runs, which have impacted a lot of the first downs, you know. The Ridgeline offense has been doing great, and I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of, there's obviously some negative, but there's negative in everything. And I'm seeing more positive, and I'm liking what this Ridgeline team's doing. However, on the defensive side of things, they've been doing great. You know, the D-line's been swallowing things up. Ryder Cross and the linebacker core has been doing great things. Tannen Arnold, obviously, with the pick. They haven't been able to throw the ball too much, only on the quarterback rollouts when it's a quick out to a receiver. So, you know, they've been getting lots of yards that way, but they've also been able to limit them to some quick throws, which end up turning into bigger plays. Thank you.
Soon we are going to be seeing here our homecoming royalty coming out in some vintage cars.
Yep.
We will announce them shortly, but right now we have the Ridgeline band.
Yep, our color guard.
Color guard.
Okay, I'm gonna go try it. Are you gonna brave it? Brave it.
It begins with a single drop,
I don't know. It's my Gatorade that makes me
falling
sick.
unnoticed at first. In one drop, the whole ocean. In one voice, a chorus full of people.
Ridgeline High School is proud to present the Ridgeline Regiment.
Some call it sacred, begun. A single drop, unnoticed. Now, an undeniable power.
What a beautiful performance from our band there. You know, they're Ridgeline's really recognized for our color guard. You know that they've gone all over the state, all over, and just have done a great job. Here's our principal, Mr. Hart, to announce our homecoming princes, princesses, king, and queen. Another great job to that regiment there.
starting with the class of 2029, escorted by...
Look at these beautiful cars roll out, though. I mean,
thank you very much. And
a
welcome to homecoming
1967
2025
Chevy
Ridgeline High
Camaro,
School.
1948 Chevy,
It's my pleasure to introduce you
1964
tonight
Chevy Impala,
our homecoming
and then a
court and
1964
royalty.
Ford Galaxy 500
We're gonna get
in that
right to
order.
it.
Last rolling out there is a
First, our
1964
freshman court.
Cadillac
Please step
Eldorado.
forward and wave.
Eldorado, excuse me.
Grayson Butcher,
take us to
Mallory Scott,
Eldorado,
Hudson Sanders,
Some beautiful
and your
cars here.
princess, Kaylin Ferguson. Escorted by Prince Landon Siegel.
Landon Siegel and Kaylin Ferguson is our
Your
freshman
sophomore court.
prince and princess.
Isla Thompson, Danilo Penelope, Lindsay Carney, Anton Alamzrak, Zoe Watillo, Jaden White, and Princess Malia Moore, and Prince Caden Young.
Caden Young and Malia Moore is our prince and princess
Your
of the
junior
sophomore
court.
class. Right there they are.
Iva Essery, Henry Rogers, Natalie Newell, Owen Littress, and your princess, Sloan Barrera.
We got Salome Barrera as the junior princess.
And
And
Brennan
your prince,
McDermott.
Brennan
They're
McDonald.
honestly a really great couple. They've been together quite a while. They're good.
It's my pleasure to introduce our
Not
unified
that anyone there
court.
isn't. I just know them personally.
Princess Leela Collins
Leela Collins for the princess of the unified court.
and your prince, Ryan Myers.
Ryan Myers is the prince.
Big Ryan. Where is he? Oh,
And
here he
finally,
comes,
our
running in.
senior court,
Here comes
Isabel Witcher, William Rose, Tegan Powell, Tate Crone, and your queen, Vivian Van Buren,
Vivian Van Buren is the queen of the seniors.
and your homecoming
along with
king, Nick Jennings.
Nick
Nicholas Jennings. What a guy. You know, oh yeah, let him know, Nick.
Let
You
him
know,
know.
Nick's really a spirit here at Ridgeline. You
We're
love to see
pleased-
it.
We're very honored to have the late great Chevy Club and friends with their vehicles tonight. In the first car, Dave Golden, 1967 Chevy Camaro.
You know, and
Car
absolutely
number
some beautiful
2,
cars.
Don Berger, 1948 Chevy. Car number
And a
3,
huge shout out to these guys for
Bud
volunteering
Dover,
their vehicles. They are
1964
absolutely
Chevy
gorgeous.
Impala.
You know what I mean?
Car number 4, Leroy Payne, 1963 Ford Galaxy. And car number 5, driven by Brian Everard, 1964
So our
Cadillac
class of
Eldorado.
9 is going to be driving in the
Princesses
Chevy
and
Camaro,
Prince,
drove by
King and
Dave
Queen,
Golden.
please head to your vehicles for your lap of honor. Let's send them off with
Class
a
of
great big
2028
round
is
of
going to be
applause.
escorted by Don Berger and his 1948 Chevy. The junior class of 2027, escorted by Bud Dueller in his 1964 Chevy Impala. We see Ryan and Leah coming in to the
You love to see it. I mean,
1965 Ford Galaxy.
that crown really just sits right on Ryan's head. You know, it looks like he's meant to be there. Let him know, Ryan. I like that. Salone and Brennan McDermott here.
Salone and Brennan are riding in the 1964 Chevy Impala.
Absolutely. Here's our sophomore prince and princess, Caden Young and Malia Moore in the 48 Chevy, driven by Don Berger.
And of course, our king and queen, Nick and Vivian, in the 1964 Cadillac Eldorado.
Absolutely. Yeah, let him know, Nick.
King Nick over here, supporting the crowd.
And he's stoked about that. You know,
Ladies
Nick's
and
been in
gentlemen,
the running for homecoming
your
court a couple times now. I believe this is his second or
homecoming
third.
royalty.
And, you know, he
Congratulations.
finally seals it up senior year. You know, you gotta love it. Landon Siegel. What a guy he is, you know.
Brother number 7.
Brother number 7, Grayson Siegel, who's made quite a few plays for this Ridgeline defense. Landon, who's a freshman football player, hopes to be following in his brother's footsteps. in the next years to come.
You see the cars are taking their lap now.
Absolutely.
Look at these pretty rides ride. Absolutely beautiful cars.
And our student section's absolutely loving it. You know, like the turnout that we've had tonight, you know, honestly, just
look at that.
Really large student section. Ridgeline, you know, we take pride in our spirit. You know, you can see just the wave of green besides those.
All the emotion going on.
You know, who aren't in green, but those who aren't in green know that they're not. Because it's very common at Ridgeline to follow the themes, you know, to cheer for the football team, to be there for the, you know, to be there for the spirit, for the fun of it, to support your friends, your peers, your coaches, your teachers, to do all of it. And it's not just football. You know, our volleyball team who won state championships, those games get absolutely livid. You know, and I love it. You know, you love the environment here at Ridgeline.
And here comes your Ridgeline Falcons coming to come warm up before the second half.
Absolutely.
I would love to see some more run game, some more passes to the airs, and some more defensive play. I want to see this Ridgeline offense and this Ridgeline defense really step it up this half. That's something that this Ridgeline team throughout the years have been great at, is coming back when they're down. They have spirit, they have the camaraderie, and I think they'll really bring it through.
Absolutely, Rob. I mean, you look back to that 2023 football team when we went to the second round of the state playoffs. You know, and it's the same thing here. You and I were on the football team. We were sophomores that year.
I was a ball boy for the playoffs.
Absolutely. A lawn snapper was something that I did. You know, and it's just great. You know, so these players, more than anything, want to win for themselves. You know, this team is really driven to push forward, to do good things for the football team, because they want to. You know, because it's just the spirit of our team. And like I said, in the playoffs a couple years back, and that was strongly because of our defense. And you know, I see a little bit of that in today's game.
We got Tony Rodriguez, DB, running back. He's got it all. You know, he's great on both sides of the ball. I'm seeing him making some plays, and I'd love to see him be more utilized in the second half.
He really is. You know, he's made a lot. You know, he hasn't actually been targeted too much this game, but that's for a good reason. You know, he's been able to make plays on coverage. He's been able to do a lot. He's been doing and making big hits. You know, you've seen a couple big hits from Tony already, and that's just what he's meant for. You know, that's what he's good at.
Let's hear from one of our sponsors here.
Reaching your financial goals is a journey. Edward Jones is there to help you along the way.
And we are back. We see the Falcons and the LC Tigers warming up before the second half.
Yeah, we got Colton Peel down there on the sideline warming up with Luke Rowe. Luke Rowe's our backup quarterback. Thankfully, has not come in today. Colton Peel's been able to be healthy, be safe with the football, been making big plays, and that's just something we like to see. You know, I really want to see the Ridgeline Falcons do good the second half. I want to see a close game. You know, it's at 14-3, and it feels like it's closer to that, closer than that, Rump. I mean, they've been playing really competitive football. They've been punting back and forth. The defense have been holding up. The offense have been making plays on both sides of the conflict. You know, you got the LC Tigers, who have been doing great on as offense, running the ball, passing the ball, but same with the Ridgeline Falcons. So I feel like it should be a closer game than it is than 14-3. Only a two-score game, so you know it's obviously very, very possible for the Ridgeline Falcons to come back here and do something big, but it's also very possible for the LC Tigers to hold that lead and hold the Falcons to only 3 points tonight. The Falcons will be kicking off to the Tigers. Jameson Murphy's sitting there getting warmed up. The kickoff team's getting ready. Kick return team's getting ready as well. It is number 11 back there to return. And number 12. Two athletes who've been really making plays on this on the LC defense. Number 11, who when in motion is an absolute weapon. You know, the LC Tigers have made a lot of great plays with number 11. It starts to pick up some speed and starts to do stuff. Number 12, as we've seen, is obviously a threat when he has the ball in his hands.
And the kick is caught by number 11, Brody Bugby. He's up the field, and he is taken down.
You know, and you can see there, Ryder Cross is just getting excited.
The aggression and the passion, and you can see it in his tackle.
Absolutely. You know, I didn't even need to see the number to know that's Ryder Cross. Like, that's just an absolute great form tackle with the energy and the fierceness that he has for, you know, for playing the position he's in. He comes down here on kickoff and absolutely makes a huge play. And, you know, being a Mike, that's just what you like to see. You know, he brings energy to the defense. He's in the middle of the field making huge plays.
That's exactly what you want in your Mike. You want him to be a leader, you want him to be energetic, and you just want him to go and make plays, which is what Ryder Cross has been doing this entire game.
Absolutely. Still got 46 in the backfield, number 19 under
11
center.
in motion.
We've been talking about that tonight. Evan Anderson chases him down, doesn't catch up, and it's a
Cannon Arnold.
gain of about 4 before he's brought down by Cannon Arnold and out of bounds. I like that. I like the motioning. You know, these LC Tigers have been doing great. I like to see, you know, the defense react to it, and I also would like to see, and which they've done. I enjoy when they, or I don't enjoy it. It's effective when they do the motion and then they hand it off, and then they do the motion, then they go back, drop back for a pass to one of their outside receivers. It's been really looking good like that. 46 with the quick handoff. Wrapped up by number 49, Evan Anderson, but doesn't get brought up or tackled by a few Falcons there.
Let's check the replay. Handed off to Castle. Evan Anderson with the missed tackle, but he is grabbed by Ryder Cross, who helps him slow down and let the rest of his team come and get his man.
Ryder Cross there, slows him down. Cannon Arnold is the next man up there to finish up the job of bringing down number 46.
LC did get the first down on the 31-yard line. It's the third quarter. We have 11 minutes and 20 seconds of football left. Let's keep on watching. We got number 19 here in the backfield, back with 46. Let's see what they do. If it's a pass, is it run?
Three-man.
It's a pass, short little pass to 11. Once again, brought down by number 5.
Absolutely. Great tackle by Tyson Olsen. You know, and as the LC offense, you can see there that the Falcons are rushing 3. So take that opportunity. You know, they've obviously been very successful running it up the middle and running it to the outside when there's 4 D linemen out that front. But when you have 3, you know, take the opportunity, put the extra guy or block with your extra O lineman, step back and make a throw, which number 19 did wonderfully.
2nd and 5 for the LC Tigers. Let's see if they run, pass.
Still rushing 3, and they drop back to pass.
Deep ball.
Number 18,
Jameson Murphy with the interception.
Absolutely.
First interception of the night.
Second interception of the night.
Second interception of the night.
There we go. You know, and you love to see it. The coaches are running on the sideline. The whole defense is just reacting. What a beautiful high point by Jameson Murphy there.
Not Jameson Murphy's first big play tonight. He's been making massive plays on this field. He's looking great, and I love to see it from Jameson.
Absolutely. You know, Jameson Murphy, he's so dedicated to this football team. You know, the morning weights, he shows up. He does what he needs to do. He's you know, really making himself known, putting himself out there for the Ridgeline offense. Colton Peel here is in the shotgun formation on our 25-yard line. Jameson Murphy is there in the swing. He gets the ball. Ooh, just a little outside his reach.
4 was on that, though. He was on that.
Absolutely. You know, I don't know if that's something that Jameson sees that he doesn't want to run into, because that's what they, you know, you don't want to get blown up by number 4. 4 obviously has had a couple big hits tonight in the linebacker position. Jameson Murphy isn't he's a great receiver, but he's not the biggest receiver, so obviously you don't want to get your head taken off.
I love to see JMO. He just caught the interception. He's already right here, ready to catch a touchdown.
Absolutely. You know, you can see how Coach Myers is utilizing him. Colton Peel.
It's a holding.
Oh, batted away by number 2.
Looks like it's going to be a holding on the offense. Let's watch and see if we can spot it.
I like this play. You can see just before that clip, Colton Peel, he's looking at Jameson Murphy. That's a back-to-back play on that swing route, but he sees that it isn't there, so he looks downfield and tries to throw it up to number 81, Carnelon, and lets his big receiver go and make the play.
Number 72 on the offense, 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Little holding call by number 72.
2nd down. It's going to be 2nd and 20 on the 15 for the Falcons.
Colton Peel's back there. No running back under him right now. We've seen this before.
4 wide receivers.
5 wide receivers.
5.
We've seen running back get motion back into that formation. Looks like that's how it's going to stay, though. Colton Peel drops back. Deep ball. Targeted for Jameson Murphy. You know, and just there. That's a little physical coverage. Good coverage nonetheless, but, you know, that's close to drawing a penalty.
Looks
you
like
can see there.
On the helmet.
I mean, he did fall on top of him, but that is just good coverage, and no flag there. That's great coverage there by the LC defense.
3rd and 20 on the 15 for the Ridgeline offense. O-line still the starting O-line, except for Big Tone subbing in for Jared Jones on the right tackle. Love to see Anthony out there on the field after his injury. First game back, and he's looking good.
Large amount of pressure there for Colton Peel, but he lets it fly for number 5, Tyson Olsen. Incomplete. 4th and 20. Bring out the punt team. Let's let Jameson go to work again. You know, I like this O-line, Rump. And also, you know, on that particular play, the blitz, or not the blitz, the rush gets through. You know, the Colton Peel has to run out of the pocket. He sees Tyson Olsen. Tyson Olsen comes back to him and he throws the ball. You know, that's just a great play there by number 12. Because you aren't going to have perfect protection every single time. But for the most part, this game, the O-line is held up really, really great. You know, they've done a great job of protecting their quarterback and allowing him to do what he needs to do, which is throw the ball to Jameson Murphy.
Great
Good
kick
punt,
from J-Mo.
and he decides to just take the knee at the 51-yard line.
Number 2, KJ Kincaid. We've seen a lot out of him. He is a DB, I believe. He's also the punt returner and also a wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, Kincaid's been making a lot of plays for these LC Tigers. And, you know, that's what you like to see. You like to see guys that can go all 3 ways and have an impact on every single side of the ball. You know, he's been most of the time on these coverages when there's a pass breakup, it's been Kincaid. You know, he's been doing a great job of letting Colton Peel know that he's there.
Luke Rowe has joined the game. Looks like he's lined up at nickel. And
Run
Castle.
by 46. Run by 46. 3 yards up the middle, and that's what I call a good play on both sides of the ball. You know, you got 3 yards. You like that. You can do that 3 times in a row and get a first down. But as a defense, you know, you were there. You wrapped him up. You showed him that you know, he wasn't to break off, and the whole team swarmed up there. I consider that a win on both sides of the ball there.
2nd and 7 to go on the 46, 3rd quarter.
A tight end in the LC formation.
I think that's the first we've seen tonight. 46, Castle with the carry. Goes for about...
just short of the first down.
Short, yeah. A little...
Goes for about 6 yards.
But I just love how he can just go through people and just like bounce off them, bounce, and then he gets taken down.
Like I said,
yeah.
I mean, he knows how to see a gap.
Oh yeah.
You know, you see his eyes, you see his helmet. He's looking one way. Obviously, you know, not every single first read is going to be open, and he knows how to react to that. He can see a hole and go through it.
Jay Snow and Anthony Goodwin on the edges with Mitchell Crowley and Colton Cool on the tackles. Just barely missed him, broke a couple tackles, but was brought down by right across.
I like the formation by LC there. They had receivers on the outside of the field. You know, you're pulling the nickel over, you're pulling the safety over to the middle of the field. You know, Joel Carver, who's one of our a great, you know, block shedding, tackling corner, a very physical player. You know, going away from him, going into the other side towards number 81, Connor Long. I like that play from the LC offense.
I haven't seen the ball come towards Joel Carver, which I think means they're a little scared. They're a little scared of the Carver.
You don't want to say that. Obviously, they've been doing a lot of rollouts for the quarterback, which means you can only throw a couple ways.
11 with the completed catch.
Good catch, by the way. You know,
oh yeah.
Way to just grab the ball out of the air. You know, it was coming in hot, and he just took it, stepped out of bounds for a quick 2-yard play.
Brody Bugby, number 11, has been doing a lot of plays. He is a kick returner, wide receiver, and also a DB. He has been making lots of plays on the field.
One of the seniors on this team, right?
One of the senior leaders. You can definitely tell by the way he plays. Let's see what LC is going to do now to
46.
Castle again, but stuffed by the Ridgeline defense. Oh, and they're pushing it, and it's a little battle, and it gets to about the 8.
That's a good play. You know, he gets wrapped up, but they continue to keep power in the football forward, continue to pick up a couple of yards. It wasn't whistle dead quite yet, and so the team didn't give up. It kept pushing forward, and it resulted in about a 3 or 4 yard pickup after the initial wrap up from our Ridgeline defense.
Is that 4th? No, I think it's still 3rd.
This is 3rd down.
Yeah. 3rd and 2, I believe. It looks like they're probably going to run this to Castle.
3rd and
right
3.
down the middle.
You know, you don't know. You see, who is that? Number 5, Tyson Olsen.
Oh,
so
and
that's
it's a throw.
A roll out. Henry Rogers comes up behind him.
Short throw to number 12, the sophomore.
And he gets by number 19, Lucas Rowe. You know, David Conklin, number 19 for the LC Tigers. He's doing good. You know, I like how you never really know what's going to happen because these LC Tigers are doing a great job of bouncing between the run, bouncing between the pass, motioning number 11, you know, handing it off like that, as well as rolling out, which we've seen a lot tonight, which has been very successful.
Back to that, David. Like I said in the beginning of the game, he's a very agile quarterback. We see him rolling out a bunch, which is just something that this LC team has been doing really great on. Looks like we do have a timeout. Let's hear a word from one of our sponsors. I've been saying some stuff. I know he's been dealing with it.
Papa Murphy's Pizza is proud to support the GSL, the League of Champions. Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza is fresh from your oven and packed with melty, cheesy goodness. Try today for just $13.99.
Welcome back, friends, and thank you for tuning into this broadcast. You know, it's a real, honestly, a great game here between Ridgeline and LC. You know, it's still a 2-score game, so Ridgeline needs to recover and score a couple times to make it even or to gain the lead back. But it's been very competitive football. You know, we've seen a lot of pushing forward, a lot of pushing back. You know, between both offenses. Colton Peel's done a great job of throwing it. David Conklin's done a great job of throwing it and running it as well. You know, we got a pretty equally matched team here. I like to see it. Besides a couple plays, it's been a very, very close game. You can see number 19 looked at his first option. Wasn't there.
And it's
great play.
Number 1, Elijah Nelson, one of the seniors on
I gotta
this
say,
team.
you know, look at number 1 here. He sees number 19 there, and he puts his hand up. He says, I can get by number 5 here. Jumps up for the ball, uses his body, catches it.
Action.
Tyson Olsen was there, but he just wasn't close enough. Yeah, you know, I like that read by number 19. He saw this first read wasn't open, and he had to get the second. On the 5-yard line, a 1st and goal scenario for the LC Tigers. You know, this is a big play here. Making it a 3-score game is pretty detrimental to this Ridgeline defense.
It is stuffed by the Ridgeline
Absolutely.
defense now.
Jason Nolan right across are the first ones there. That's just a great play by them.
First back by Jason Nolan. With no gain, it'll be 2nd and goal for the 5.
You know, and that's just great. You know, this Ridgeline defense has been doing a lot of that. You know, tonight they've obviously had a couple big runs let up on them, but for the most part they've been very physical on the line. They've been letting this LC offense with a great O-line know that they're there. You know, they've been pressuring the quarterback. You know,
Roll
right
out,
there.
Number 19, and it is batted
Number
down,
57, Jace Knoll, is in his face. That's what I'm talking about. You know, this D-line is just there, and they're playing quick football. You know, Jace sees that he doesn't hand the ball off. He changes his direction from the running back to the quarterback, sees a throw, jumps up, lofts it. That's a great play by number 57.
Jace, I believe, in my opinion, has one of the quickest first steps in the GSL.
Absolutely.
He is one of the quickest edge runners I've ever seen in my high school commentating career.
Absolutely. You know, short but mighty. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
You know, Jace just knows how to get out. He's a football player. He played a lot of soccer in his youth, and that might result for his agility. You can see number 9 or
And it is quick caught by number 2 for
KJ Kincaid
down, I believe.
And that, you know, that's hard.
Never mind. It is called incomplete. And we have a replay. And he is, I believe, down in the end zone. It is a touchdown for the Tigers. It is now 20-3.
See number 90 on for the kick. You know, that was a great grab by KJ Kincaid. You know, way to just sit there, take it, and hold on to the football, fall into the end zone. He knew where he was when he caught it, and he knew where he was when he was falling down.
And Spitz has completed every kick he has kicked this night. So let's see if he can go 3 for 3 on this last kick. And it is complete for another 1 point, sorry. And it is now 21-3. Still is comebackable. It's only a only a 3-point lead. The Ridgeline, you know, we've seen a lot of potential out this Ridgeline team. I know they're young, but I know they have the aggression and the passion to come back, play stronger, play harder, be that hammer, not the nail, and just get into that end zone and try and get some more points on the board.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree, Rump. You know, we got let's a quick word from our sponsors first, actually.
Damon Orthodontics, your Spokane neighborhood orthodontist, located Northside, Valley, and South Hill. Call today for a free orthodontic evaluation. When you're thinking of enhancing your smile, think Damon.
And we are back with some more football. We have LC Tigers kicking it off to the Ridgeline Falcons. We have
Jameson Murphy and Colton Stinner in the backfield, you know, and as I was saying before we went to the sponsor, you know, this offense has been doing a lot of good. You know, Colton Stinner is a very great running back. Jameson Murphy, you know, Connor Long, Henry Rogers, all these guys have a lot of potential to catch the ball, get upfield, and do a lot of great things. You know, we saw a great catch and run by Connor Long last week, you know, which resulted in a touchdown. You know, so this team knows how to score, knows how to get downfield, and but I'd like to see it tonight. You know what I mean?
Spitz with the kick, and it is to Jameson Murphy once again.
Bobbles it, but quick recovery. Number 18 gets upfield.
Oh, and he's going, and he is down at the
26-yard line. Ridgeline offense comes out on their own 26.
He breaks a couple tackles, hits one of his men, and is finally brought down at the 26. This puts the Ridgeline Falcons pretty good position. Normally pretty much position for kickoff. But I just really want to see this team shine.
Absolutely.
I know they've got the potential. I know they've got the skills.
It'd be nice to see them get in the end zone. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, they've obviously had I believe they've had bigger yardage gains in single plays than the LC has. You know, that deep ball to Jameson Murphy, and then the other deep ball to Jameson Murphy. You know, these are just some great plays by Colton and this entire offense. You know, you can't credit two guys. You can't say Jameson Murphy made the whole play or Colton Peel made the whole play. You know, it's the team distracting, the O-line.
Yeah, I was about to
blocking.
say can't forget the O-line.
You definitely can't. But we've seen how well they've done tonight. So I don't think anyone's going to be forgetting about that. Colton Stinner run to the outside, a couple yard gain.
Stuffed near the line of
That's about a 1 yard gain by Colton Stinner.
It's going to be a 3rd and 6, I believe.
Yeah,
third and 5.
3rd and 6.
On our 30-yard line. It's the 3rd quarter, 5 minutes on the clock. Clock is ticking, but the Ridgeline offense is not giving up.
Absolutely.
Yet.
Absolutely.
Enough with the Ridgeline offense. This LC defense has been phenomenal tonight.
Colton Peel, a quick screen pass to Colton Stinner, and it's quickly eaten up by the LC defense. Number 40, I thought it was 46, excuse me. Number 40 for the LC Tigers is Noah Schlosser, who, you know, that was a great play. You know, he obviously saw that and reacted very quickly. You know, but what do you do there? Do you ask the O-lineman to get out there and block? You know, that's a hard call. You know, to make. You know, Ridgeline's had a lot of success with screen passes in the past, but tonight we've had 2 of them, and both of them have been eaten up very quickly. A very high kick for Jameson Murphy lands on the 54-yard line, and it's out of bounds, picked up by number 43.
After a 24-yard punt and no return, Lucas Clark begins his series on their own 48-yard line.
You know, and now we got the LC Tigers coming back out on their own 47-yard line, 48-yard line, very close to the 50. You know, and they've been able to move the ball very well.
I do want to see a little more out of this Ridgeline defense. I know they have it in them. They have lots of senior prowess in here.
Absolutely.
A stacked box, if I could say so myself. The D-line and the linebackers are they're great. I just want to see some more in the box protection there.
And more than anything, Rump, they're here, you know, they're 0-2 homecoming game. You know, obviously we've talked about the student section. The student section is very full. They've got something to play for. You know, they're here with a lot of purpose, and it's you know, they obviously want to do well in this game, and I believe that they are going to, you know, try their hardest to hold the ball and to do everything they can.
Second of the half.
And we have some words from our sponsors. STCU and the GSL have partnered to provide GSL Championship apparel for GSL League champions in all sports. Join your favorite team with personalized championship apparel when this magic moment occurs. GreaterSpokaneLeague.org is your source for official GSL Championship apparel. It is 21-3 on this Friday afternoon, the Ridgeline homecoming game. Let's see if they can come back and get this win for their homecoming. This LC team, though, has been putting up competition.
Absolutely, Ron. You know, both these 0-2 teams, despite being 0-2, they're showing a lot of potential. You know, you got great plays on both sides of the ball. You got a great defense. You know, 2 great defenses. The Ridgeline defense has been able to do really well, but so has the LC Tigers. Number 9 or. Is that 16?
It looks like we switched the quarterback for the LC Tigers.
Number 16, Solis and Dusty is in, and a quick little run for about a 4-yard gain there. You know, like I said, these quarterbacks taking off and running has been very productive for LC in the past, and I like to see it tonight, you know, to mix things up on this Ridgeline defense. And obviously, a 4-yard gain is nothing to complain about, so doing well. Number 16 is taking the helm with number 22 in the backfield instead of 46, Owen Bayruther.
Actually, 22, Kevin Green.
Oh, excuse me.
Caught by number 18, Peter Dix.
Peter Dix, you know, you love to see it. But, you know, I feel like I've been starting to predict what's going on. You know, Ridgeline's been rushing 3 and it's been a pass. And that's happened a lot tonight. You know, you've seen these deep throws, the one that Jameson Murphy intercepted around our 30-yard line. You know, you've seen a lot of this stuff. But when, you know, the Ridgeline defense starts rushing 3 D linemen, LC Tigers start to pass the ball. And if it's a coincidence, it may be, but that's just something I picked up on.
Looks like they're bringing out a lot of young guys, with Soli being a sophomore, Green being a junior, and Dix also being a junior.
Absolutely.
A lot of young talent coming in. They're taking out their starters, showing some of their young talent. So far, through that first play, I'm seeing a lot of potential out of these 3.
Yeah, you know, and number 12, who's still a sophomore, who's done a lot for this offense, is still on the field right now.
And 22 is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage for a tackle for loss.
That's a great play there.
The Ridgeline Falcons. Let's see this D-line and this running back, and this linebacker. We see Colton Cool
and a glove
and Ryder Cross bringing him down for a tackle for loss.
And I can't be 100%, but it does look like they made a couple substitutions on their O-line for the LC Tigers, which makes sense. You know, why wouldn't you? You're 2 minutes away from the 4th quarter. You're in a very comfortable position. I would like to, you know, to show the younger players on our team, or on their team, the field and a varsity game. So absolutely, get the young guys out there. Number 12 is a quick pass to him, and he's quickly wrapped up. That's not number 12. That's number 18. Another catch for Peter Dix.
Peter Dix with another great short, but great catch, brought down by 24. Joel Carver.
First time targeted tonight, and it's a quick gain on him. We got a 3rd and 11 scenario here. If I'm the Ridgeline defense, I'm liking this. You have to do something on offense.
This is exactly what I was praying for. Some good stoppage from this defense and some good outcomes, and let's see if they can get offense.
And this defense has absolutely been doing their part. They've been making plays. They've been all over the field, stopping this offense. There's 46, and then number 16 takes it for a good gain. Not quite a first down, I don't believe.
No, not quite. It looks like Soli was down at the 35. Let me see. Yep. Around the 35. Soli went down. Got still 5-ish more yards to go. Let's see what this team does.
Holding. 51 offense. 10-yard penalty.
Like he got brought back.
3rd down.
Holding call.
Holding call on the LC offense.
See, but Rumpler, and if you want my opinion, and I'm not a football expert or anything. I'm a 17-year-old who played in his early years of high school. If you don't accept that penalty, you're at 4th and 4. That's an extremely far. What? I'm silly?
No. You're silly if you don't accept it. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no. I'm saying you could have gone either way. Now you got a 3rd down, which lets them, maybe get a chance to get, what are they, about 17 yards away. So now you're giving them an opportunity to pass when you got 4th and 4. You either go for it, stop them right there. 4 yards to go, so it's obviously a shorter field. I don't know, but you're forcing them to punt because it's a little bit too long for a field goal, which they do. They drop back, number 16.
Looking for some options, scrambles around,
catch
caught by number 12, the sophomore
Calvin Killian. And he's been doing a really good job of impacting this Falcon D. But like what I just said, a play that was almost a first down. So is it worth it to?
And it is pushed beyond where he's caught the ball for less yards by this defense. Sorry about that.
Anyways, 4th and 2 here. See, and I'm not saying that I was right, but if you didn't accept that penalty, you had 4th and twice as many yards. You had 4th and 4 rather than 4th and 2, but we'll see how LC or the Ridgeline defense has it. A false start, and that's a first down.
False start by Mitchell Crowley, unfortunately.
You hate to see it.
In these tough, tight games, those things just happen.
Yeah, but there's pressure. Mitchell Crowley is sitting here. He needs to make a play. He needs to make a stop. LC's been able to run for a little over 2 yards on average every single play. So it's natural to jump off sides. It's natural to be eager to get to the ball
on the defense.
to wrap up
5-yard
the
penalty results in a first down. That is the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is the end of the 3rd quarter, folks. We are going to hear a quick word from one of our sponsors, and then we will be back with some more football.
Flatstick Pub, where great food, mini golf, and good times collide to make for an unforgettable experience. Located in the heart of downtown Spokane, make Flatstick Pub the place you celebrate your team's next big win. Guaranteed to be a hole-in-one.
You're welcome back, friends. We're here. We are. We got 12 minutes of football left to play. Ridgeline's down by 3 scores. LC just got the first down. What are you thinking here if you're Ridgeline, Rumpler?
I'm thinking of airing that ball out.
Absolutely.
I know this team has the passing potential. Colton Peel, great with the runouts, great with the throws. He can throw it deep. He's accurate with the ball. I know we have some great young wide receivers here. When Jameson Murphy,
but you can't discredit Riley Owens.
Riley Owens, the only senior on this offense, apart from the O-line, has been playing all 4 years.
Apart from Anthony Goodwin, actually.
I said apart from the O-line.
Yes, but there's only one O-lineman that's actually a senior who has been out for a portion of this game, but now he's back in Anthony Goodwin. So, I like that, Rumpler. Colton Peel obviously has shown off his amazing arm, and Jameson Murphy's been able to do a lot with the ball.
Kyson Olsen as well has been getting a couple of targets this match.
Absolutely. Connor Law and Henry Rogers. These are all, great options for Colton Peele. So an 8
ball
picked off by Tyson Olsen.
Off by Tyson Olsen.
Hold on.
Oh, and they're struggling for it?
It looks like that was a pick by Tyson Olsen. Yeah.
And it's a pick from...
Nope, that looks like a catch. That looks like a catch, Rumpel.
And it is caught.
Torn out of number 5's hands. I mean, that's unfortunate. Number 2 there, KJ Kincaid. He's been making plays like that. He's a big physical guy. And, number 5, he was there first, but, that's just a little unfortunate.
Unfortunate. It looks like, yes, it was a caught by number 2 on the LC Tigers. KJ Kincaid making some big plays tonight, and just caught a great deep ball from his quarterback.
Yeah, and if you're Ridgeline, that's a little demoralizing. You were there for the pick, you had great coverage, and then it's torn out of your hands. But let's see if they can stop him on the goal line. This is a huge set of downs here for the LC Tigers. Wrapped up pretty quickly, pushed around a little bit. He's still up, actually.
Oh.
And gone down. He's around the 2-yard line there. Who is that running the ball there, Rumpler?
It looks like they have
46 in.
Put back Castle into the game. This man Castle, he's a castle.
Absolutely.
He's running through things like a medieval knight, just running down the field, just making havoc and wreaking havoc on this field.
Absolutely. 46 is still in the backfield. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another handoff. They've been doing it a lot in these goal line situations, but also they've been doing the rollout. But, you got a sophomore quarterback in there.
45
Hand
on
it
the
to
motion,
your guy.
handed it to Castle, and he is stopped at the yards.
Great play by the Ridgeline defense.
I don't think he made any yards from that.
I don't believe he did either. That was really quickly swallowed up, Right there.
Great tackle from the whole, it looks like the whole defense. Just swarmed onto that.
Absolutely, Rumpler. Number 11 there, James Henderson was the first one, the main contact in that play. That's a great play. Take out his legs. You can't run if you don't have your legs, Rumpler.
And Henderson, sophomore, another young talent on this team. Looks like he's getting some playing time tonight. He's looking great so far in his defensive debut.
Yep. We're a 3rd and 5 here. It looks like it could be a pass.
And it looks like motion
and it looks like
on
it might be.
And it's a rollout. Can't run across. No, Tyson Olsen with the almost
just a little bit
tackle,
short there.
But it is caught by 18.
Peter Dix
with
Absolutely.
the touchdown.
Great play by Peter Dix, and just when you got short yardages like that, Peter Dix has made that play, 3 times now?
Yeah.
And it's, honestly something that the Ridgeline defense should come to expect. When the quarterback rolls out like that, the guy in motion, he gets out in the flats. So I believe that's a second touchdown they've had of that, but also they've done that play many, many times tonight.
Oh, yeah.
What do we think about that, Rom?
I think that's their trick. It's not even like a one-trick pony, because they can have all these other, they can run the ball really well, they can do those deep throws, but that short little rollout is just, it's lethal.
Yeah, absolutely. You got Caden Castle in the backfield, so what do you do there? Because, obviously he's been an extremely big threat tonight. So, what do? You see big 46 in the backfield, and then the fake handoff to him. Obviously, I'm sure that pulled in a lot of Ridgeline defenders, which opened up the motioning flat for the touchdown for Peter Dix. A word from our sponsor here.
Papa Murphy's Pizza is proud to support the GSL, the League of Champions. Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza is fresh from your oven and packed with melty, cheesy goodness. Try it today for just $13.99.
Welcome back, folks. We have some more football for you here. We have
Absolutely.
10 minutes left on the clock, 4th quarter, and we have our cheer.
Dance team and cheer team going.
Both of them.
You can hear the band. Honestly, you can really see the student section getting into it. This is a crowd favorite of the, this song that the band's playing. Oh, we got some ASB members down there, actually.
Looks like we
in
got
the cheer squad.
Yep.
Back to the football.
Back to football.
Back to the football. The Ridgeline offense has a lot to prove here. You might not be able to win the game, unfortunately, but you can still do a lot. You got 10 minutes left. you can really get down the field. And I'm not saying they can't win the game. I've seen a lot of crazier things happen. But, you know, you can get down the field, move the ball really well. I'd like to see Colton Peele make smart decisions with the football, not throw any picks.
with another return.
Cannon Arnold with a great block, by the way. Number 23 really put that guy in the dirt. That was a great block. You know, great return, great block. You can see, yeah, number 23 right there standing over his man. He got back up and tried to get back into play, but Jameson Murphy with a great return. This Ridgeline offense is coming out on the field.
I would love to see this Ridgeline offense get into the end zone.
Do you hear that, student section, Rob?
I do. Let's be quiet for a second and try and focus in on that.
Whoa, they're, you know, and that's what you like to see. Even though, you know, the team may not be performing as well as the school would like, they still are,
spirit.
Absolutely, you know, still having a fun time, still here to support the team. And all these players, you know, they are going to get the love and the support that they would have regardless of the outcome of the game. Jameson Murphy with a quick out route, which makes it about 2nd and 7 here. You know, a quick play, but, you know, if you're trying to put a lot more points on the board, you got to start going deep, which is not.
Riley Owens on the wide out.
On the bottom of the field,
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. Riley Owens. Caught
Jameson
by
Murphy.
with another touch.
Absolutely. Up to the 50. That's a great play by Jameson Murphy. You know, a quick catch. He only caught the ball about, 8 yards upfield, just about a first down, but then he quickly turns around, turns his eyes, gets out there, extends his body, gets just short of the 50. That's a great play. You know, you're 2 yards off of out of midfield. I like this Ridgeline offense.
If I had Jameson Murphy on my fantasy team this week, I would be crushing it.
Yeah, all we need is a touchdown. If you have a PPR league, though, you're liking it. A quick draw play by Colton Skinner. Gets up there, wrapped up, just almost a first down. I'm not sure. It could. Yeah, it looks like it's just short.
Let's check the replay.
It looks like it's
Skinner. Great wide open gap.
Number 71.
Down the middle, and he is brought down.
Just short.
Just
looks like about a 2nd and 1 here for the Falcons.
2nd and 1 or inches. We don't know. It looks like.
Yeah. You know, you're about. You got about 4 inches to go there, Rob.
Yeah.
So, you know, we like to see it. So, I would like a run here, but no, they opt for the pass. And
deep ball from Colton Peele.
Riley Owens just wasn't there. You know, and Colton Peele, great job there. You know, he put it in out of harm's way. He saw the safety coming out over the field.
I actually saw an edge rusher came up behind and bumped.
I did see that too.
Peele a little bit, which
see that.
led to the ball getting overthrown.
But
if the edge rusher didn't tap Colton Peele, I believe that could have been a great pass.
However, Rumpler, I agree with that. I don't think that was a effective throw at all. You know, he put it out of harm's way because he saw the safety coming up over the top and he had to throw it over him, which is exactly what he did. So he may not have been exactly on target, but if he was, there is a safety right there. So, just on the fingertips of Jameson Murphy. But back to that Riley Owens play. He put it just out of harm's way out of that safety and put it there for his receiver to make a play. What a beautiful throw. What a you know, Jameson Murphy, that's a hard catch to make. You know, he turned his head around, which is always something difficult to do at receiver. You know, just barely got his fingertips on it and just couldn't make the grab. You can't blame him on that one, though. You know, that's a turning your whole body around when you're running one way is something very difficult to do. And honestly, great effort by Jameson Murphy, but he didn't haul that one in. Now we have a 4th and 1. Oh, this happened very quickly. Quick run, Colton Skinner, and he gets it.
Center, and he gets the first down. We have another Falcon.
First down, absolutely, Rumpler. And, you know, I really like that set of downs by Ridgeline. They had the great run with Colton Skinner, the great draw play. They got up to about 2nd and 1, and then what? What happened, Rumpler? They went deep on this sideline to give it to their senior, Riley Owens, and then they went up and they gave it to their guy, Jameson Murphy. You know, they didn't get it, but then it would put them in a very easy 4th down situation, and then they ran it up the middle with Colton Skinner, picked up the first.
Let's see what we're doing. It's a pass.
Deep again.
Ball.
Tyson Olsen.
Tyson Olsen.
Oh my gosh.
Tyson Olsen
my gosh.
with the receive.
Beautiful catch. You know, a little bit of a wobbly pass there, but Tyson
let's
Olsen.
watch this replay. 2 defenders on him. Jumps up and just snags.
You know, what just the interception that Tyson Olsen had that was picked up over him, that 100% makes up for it. You know, any thoughts that anyone had about Tyson Olsen about this game have been absolutely revoked. That was a beautiful catch, beautiful grab, and put Ridgeline in an amazing position for a touchdown here.
Red zone is where this team can just go nuts.
Absolutely.
Go bananas.
You
They
know,
have lots of drawn-up plays.
Colton Skinner.
Specifically for the end zone. Colton
Very
Skinner
close,
to
1
the
yard
second,
line.
maybe 1. Let's rewatch that play.
You know, that's a good play by Colton Skinner. You know, you didn't have a ton there. They obviously rushed quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys to hit him, and he's still on the 1 yard line. You know, he needs a 5 Guys burger after that.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that what you would say, Rob?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you would say? So, you
Looks
know.
like we have 1 yard to go for this Ridgeline offense to put some offense. And it looks like Colton Skinner is in for
the touchdown, I believe.
He's in for the touchdown for the Falcons. It is now 28.
Look at that student section. Oh my gosh, they are
student section is going wild. So are we up here.
Absolutely, Rumpler. I mean, it's 28 to 9, but the parents are up on their feet. You and I somehow got up on our feet.
We're on our feet now.
But that's just something you like to see out of this Ridgeline team.
Colton Skinner, I believe his first touchdown of the season.
He might have had one week 1. I was not at the week 2 game, so I cannot confirm nor deny.
And it is a good kick from Jameson Murphy to make it 10 to 28. This game is not over yet.
And that's a beautiful drive. You know, I like everything about it. I like the attempts to go for it when you have 4th and inches, you know, the inches situation, where they go deep. You know, they tried it on one side, they tried it on the other side, then a quick run up the middle of Colton Skinner. Colton Skinner, who finished that drive off ultimately. A beautiful catch from Tyson Olsen. I mean, can we go back on that? There were 2 guys around him. Perfectly placed ball by Colton Peel. It was a little bit wobbly, but what? I mean, you can't ask for perfection every single time. Couldn't have been a better placed ball. Tyson Olsen went up, came down with it. Absolutely beautiful drive by the Ridgeline Falcons.
I'm loving the play calling in this second half so far.
Absolutely.
If I do say so myself. Now we have the kick-off team kicking to the LC kick return team. We have number 11.
Is that number 11?
That is number 11, my boy Brody Bugby. Oh, wait. That's 41.
Oh, shoot.
They have 41. The
Jacob Daring. Jacob Daring in the back to return it. Jameson Murphy looks like he's going for the onside kick, though, so it might not even matter. And he does. Quick. Oh!
And it is. Please.
Oh, no. Number 26.
No. So close.
Number
that
26.
real quick.
Porter Pearson came up with it, but it looks like it went out of bounds.
It was almost caught.
Oh, no. Just pushed into the hands of Porter Pearson.
I believe.
Is that Carver?
23?
Cannon Arnold.
Cannon Arnold. My bad. One number
That's
off.
okay. Hey, you know what? That's hard. The ball.
No, that was very hard.
You know, when it's spinning like that, you know, not a spiral, but spinning the other way, very hard to grab onto. Very hard to put your hands in the position to get it. So you can't blame Cannon Arnold for letting that slip through his fingers.
Would that be like a horizontal spiral?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, just not
not a normal spiral.
Absolutely. You know. So let's see what this Ridgeline defense will do. If you're the LC Tigers, what are you trying to do here, Rumpler? Just run the ball, right?
Yeah.
Just, you know,
I mean,
you got 6.5 minutes left.
Up by 18 points.
Up by 18 points. You know, you just got to do what you got to do to win the game. So number 16's in. They hand it off.
We were right. It's off to Castle, who is down and running, and he's out at the 32.
You know, and you know they're running the ball. You know, you see number bid 46 in there. So, you know, you see him line up on the right side of the quarterback. What do you think that's going to mean? They're going to run to the left side. You know exactly the down, the distance, the time on the clock. So, and then, I don't know. I think that the Ridgeline defense should be a little bit more prepared there, but that's just a great blocking by the LC Tigers. That's great defense, or great offense by the LC Tigers. Obviously, a great run by number 46, who's been impacting this game all night long.
Caden Castle still in the game.
Number 12 at the bottom of your screen there. Number 46 up by number 16.
And it's
a quick pass to number 12.
Deep ball, and it is a little over number 12, but that is okay. It is still 2nd and 10 for this LC offense.
Calvin Killian, that great separation. I mean, shoot. He has 4 yards of separation there. That's a great play by both the quarterback and the receiver. Ideally you put it in the hands of your target, but number 16 obviously is a sophomore, so you're putting him on the field to experience things like this, to see the separation, and to allow him to read the defense and make the plays.
Bringing back number 19, David Conklin, for this drive.
LC has something to prove here.
It is off to Castle, who is stopped. And he breaks the tackle, and he's still going after 5. Maybe 6 got.
We have a Ridgeline. Is that 57? 71 on the ground. That is. You hate to see that, Rumpler.
We hate to see that. One of the Cool brothers, Colton Cool, unfortunately, is on the ground.
His brother's coming out there.
It looks like it may just be a little. It could just be a cramp.
Yeah,
I believe so.
I gotta say, I believe these bigger O linemen are absolutely outstanding athletes, and being, these athletes, you do get a lot of cramps. So, and I don't know if you've had these in-game cramps, Rumpler, but they are tough. So you gotta drink your pickle juice, you gotta have your electrolytes. But if it's just a cramp, then he'll be okay, and the world will keep on spinning. But I pray that it's nothing worse than that.
I am praying for Colton Cole here.
Any injury is rough to see.
Any injury, but his junior season, going into his junior season, he's looking great.
Such a key piece on this Ridgeline offense.
Very key piece. One of our starting linemen.
He's thrown in very often on defense, as he just was here on that last play. But he is a absolute anchor on that O-line. Between him and his brother, they make it really easy for Colton Stinner to grab that ball and just run up the middle. It's a lot of power running, a lot of big guys. And there he is, 71, gets up,
he looks like he has a little bit of a limp, so it might be, it could still possibly be a cramp.
He's a tough kid, though.
He is a very,
very, very tough
one
kid.
of the toughest people I know.
So, you hate to see it. Number 71 is the type of guy that if, it was a cramp, it'd have to be a pretty bad one to take him down. So, prayers up for him.
Praying for the best, and we are getting back to some more
We are
football.
faced with a 3rd and 7 for the LC Tigers. LC Tigers, like I said, have brought in, 16 is back in the game, but they had 19 in for a second. Looked like they had something to prove. You can see number 18, Peter Dix, there, with number 46 in the backfield.
Peter Dix had his we don't know first touchdown of the season, but he did have a touchdown today. And it is run from the quarterback. He is breaking off tackles like it's nothing, and he is brought down finally by number 18,
I think
Jameson
number
Murphy.
16 is wearing the wrong pair of pads. Solely Sandusky needs to be a running back. Shoot. What a play there. That's not something you see out of a quarterback every day. Jameson Murphy does not let go of that quarterback, but that was a great run. Great physical play there by a position you wouldn't normally see that out of. Which did give them the first down, by the way. So now you have a
first and 10.
First and 10 on the 20-yard line. If you get a first down, now you're first and goal. I like the position here for the LC Tigers. They have number 16 still in the game, number 46, Castle, who's been outstanding running back for him tonight. And
it is going to Castle, but he is brought down at the line of
quickly swallowed up by the Ridgeline defense.
Scrimmage.
But here's the thing, Rump. We've seen that play so many times.
Yeah.
But we've also seen Castle stay on his feet and go up for 6 more yards. And that's just something that, the resilience and the mean to go forward. It's just something that not everyone has, but 46 sure does know what he's doing.
2nd and 9.
Only about a yard gain on that play, but not a bad run, not a bad play at all. Good play by the Ridgeline defense.
Dropping back.
Number 16 takes
on the run, and he is brought down And there's a flag, I believe, or someone just threw something up.
First contact by number 23, Cannon Arnold, who was also the last one to get up there. You know, not a bad play by the defense, not a bad play by the offense. Like I said, you know, Cannon Arnold did a great job there. Number 16 had a quick little juke move on him, but it did not trick number 23. However, number 16 did continue to keep going forward. You know, it took a couple guys to bring him down. And like I said, you know, that's just not something you see out of a quarterback. And Sully Sandusky's been doing a great job of running the football tonight.
All the quarterbacks that we've seen on this LC offense have been great with running the ball, moving around, moving in the pocket, and also slinging that ball.
Yep. You know, 16, you know, he's lowering his shoulder, though. You know, he's playing like a Baker Mayfield kind of
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
You know,
Baker may do it.
You see a lot of guys, like number 19, you know, who we've talked about a lot tonight, you know, David Conklin, great running quarterback. You know, he's super agile, a great ability to run out of the pocket, to get outside, to get upfield, to juke guys out. But number 16, who also has made quite a few moves tonight, is just lowering his shoulder, putting his arm in someone's face. You know, he's really just physically bullying the defense. And we're faced with a 4th and 4 here. It looks like the LC Tigers are going to be going for it. And there's a timeout. Maybe they just take the 3.
I believe so, but we do
Timeout,
have some
Ridgeline.
words
That
from
is the
our
first of the
sponsors.
half.
Reaching your financial goals is a journey. Edward Jones is there to help you along the way.
Welcome back, friends. You know, that's just I'm really liking this display of football. You know, you don't see a whole lot of physical running in high school. You know, high school is really good at racking up a ton of points, throwing the football downfield, which, you know, Colton Peel's done a great job of tonight. Throwing deep to Jameson Murphy. You know, he's made a lot of attempts downfield, which I really like to see. But, you know, a lot of physical football. Number 46, Castle, has just been an absolute fortress. You know, just bullying the opposition, and it's just something great you like to see.
I would love to see this Ridgeline defense get the stop. It is 4th and 4, a situation that
they are kicking it.
They are kicking it though. I would still love to see a potential blocked kick here, maybe. Our team has done it before in the past, and let's see if they can do it
You're down
again.
by 18. About the only thing you can do is block this kick, return it, score again, and then score one more time.
And it is good for 31-10 with 3 minutes left on the clock in the 4th quarter. Still have a lot of football left to play.
Still a 3-score game as well. So, you know, three minutes. I do like to see what David Myers decides to do with his team. I wouldn't be surprised to see number 19 at quarterback, though. Let the young kid get some reps.
Lucas Rowe. I would love to see Lucas Rowe to get a couple reps.
You know,
he's been warming up with Colton Peel throughout the game.
Absolutely. You know, and he's been playing a lot of defense as well.
A word from our sponsor.
Stop into the swinging doors at the corner of Francis and Monroe before or after the game to meet, eat, and have fun. A proud sponsor of the GSL.
Anyways, what I was saying, number 19, Lucas Rowe, you know, he's been playing a lot of defense. And normally, you know, you got a quarterback, Colton Peel, obviously playing quarterback. You know, he hops in behind center, he does what he does, and he throws the ball. But number 19, Lucas Rowe, has been making plays on defense, making plays on special teams. He's been an all-around football player. You know, he's a tough guy, heavy hitter. We got number 26, Colton Skinner, and Jameson Murphy back, or number 18, Jameson Murphy back there to return. And it is kicked to Jameson
Pretty good kick, down
in the end zone. Jameson just
kneels
opts
it.
to, you know, fair catch that. And the Ridgeline Falcons will be starting. No, Colton Peel is coming back out. Colton Peel, 26, Tyson Olson. You know, you see a lot of your starting guys coming out there, which is fine, you know. Coach Myers has a lot to prove here. We got obviously a very, very large crowd, which we mentioned a lot. Homecoming night, cheerleaders, dance squads here. Let's try to give these people a show. Put some points on the board. I don't think that all of the LC starters are playing. I do see a couple, but do what you need to do here. I like to throw it deep. Colton Peel, right there, bang.
Down the middle, almost intercepted. Let's watch that replay. It looked like it may have been batted.
No, it was just off the hands of Jameson Murphy there. But that was a very quick throw.
Off the hand, almost caught once, not twice.
Is that number 2?
No, I do not believe so.
Okay.
That looks like...
and that's a hard catch by JMO. You're putting a great throw, though.
It was a very fast throw from Colton Peel. Very hard to catch, but very
screen.
And is brought out of Colton Skinner's hands in the middle of the catch.
That's his 3rd screen of the night. That's the 3rd screen that's been sniffed up very, very quickly. 33, honestly, great hit there. Punch the ball out, make the tackle. Great play by 33 there.
Recovered by Caleb Cool, though.
Well, it was a good catch.
But if it wasn't, then
yes. The big boy did make sure to dive on that. We do see Jared Jones back in at right tackle for Anthony Goodwin, because Anthony Goodwin is subbing in for number 71. Colton Peel steps back.
Great block from Jared.
And off the hands of Jameson Murphy again. Which, like I said, you can't expect JMO to catch every pass. Obviously, you can't blame Colton Peel for throwing the ball so quick. You got to get there fast. He sees an opening and he takes it. So you can't blame Jameson Murphy for not catching it.
Number 3 with another almost interception.
Yeah, very close. It looks like number 3 and number 6 were very upset about that. But when you got back-to-back or close to back-to-back opportunities like that, I would, want an interception as well. But anyways, the LC Tigers force a quick 3 and out for the Ridgeline Falcons, not letting them even get a yard. 3 passing plays, 3 incompletions for Colton Peel.
And the kick is good from JMO. A little wobbly.
No, that's fine. He's just trying to get as much distance as he can out of it. There's number 19, Lucas Rowe, who picks up the football.
At around
the LC Tigers 35 yards.
Yes.
Yeah, so, like I said, we've said it before. They're probably just going to run the football. You got 46 there in the backfield, who's obviously been a very productive running back. I'm excited to see if he goes back in or if number 22 goes in. What? Excuse me, sorry.
We have the sophomore Elias Argao in the game at the D-line position. Let's see how he can do in one of his maybe first varsity plays of his season.
And like I was saying, number 22 here, Kevin Green is in for the LC Tigers. You gotta, you don't want to risk injury for number 46. And also, you'd like to see what your young guys can do. Number 22 has shown a lot of promise tonight. So yeah, throw him back in there. Let the guys make some plays.
Also, 52, Henry Vaughn is also in at D-line. Let's see what these 2 young men can do for this team.
Yep. Number 41, Jacob Darian in at the bottom of your screen there at wide receiver. Number 22, Kevin Green gets the handoff, wrapped up very quickly by the ankle by number 19, Lucas Rowe.
Replay. Let's see, runs down the middle, got grabbed, and is grabbed by 1 and brought down by Camden Arnold.
No, Lucas Rowe, number 19.
No, it was 23.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Okay,
it was the combined greatness of this defense that brought him down.
Yeah, and that's just, it is what it is. But is that, number 22, Kevin Green, still in the backfield. I like another handoff here. You got about 3rd and 3 yardage. Number 16 might want to take off with the ball, though. We'll see.
It goes to Green. and he is
swallowed up by the D line.
Brought down before he can get the first down.
You know,
it is now 4th and about 3 or 4 yards.
It does look like the punt team's coming out. Ridgeline does a great job of forcing a quick 3 and out for the LC Tigers offense.
Love to see it from this defense.
Absolutely. It does look like they're trying to figure out if they're staying on or coming off, but
time is a ticking.
Ultimately, it does look like they are switching. 16, the quarterback stays on the field.
It looks like they are.
No, it looks like they're punting. Oh, a weird formation here. You know, you got a 3-0 lineman. Number 88 is calling for
There's
something.
There's not enough people.
Here comes Castle. A 5-0 line stance. Oh, they are punting the ball. That was a little bit confusing.
There was only 10 people on the field.
Was there? Okay. No, caught by number 18, Jameson Murphy.
Or I guess not. J-Mo down at the 32.
You got 40 seconds left. I don't know what the goal here is, if you just try to sling it deep to make it a little bit of a closer lead, or if you just take the knee. You know, like I said, Myers here, you know, he knows that it's homecoming night. He knows that all these people are going to be back at the school tomorrow for the dance. So do you throw it deep with 13 seconds left?
I do. I do throw it deep to any of these great young talents. Jameson Murphy.
I like Henry Rogers.
I like Henry Rogers.
Kyson Olsen, physical receiver.
Kyson Olsen proved us wrong with that.
They're just taking the knee.
And we're taking the knee.
That's okay.
That's okay. You know, homecoming night. And the game is over, folks. It was a great game.
Great game, very competitive matchup. You know, there was a lot of good things from both teams. The run game for the LC Tigers was obviously extremely dominant.
Same with the defense on the LC Tigers.
Absolutely.
Absolutely dominant.
But then also you look at the Ridgeline O-line, you know, honestly just held it down. They did a great job of protecting their quarterback, and the quarterback did a great job of spreading the ball out to a ton of different targets. You know, he passed to Jameson Murphy, Tyson Olsen, Henry Rogers. He targeted Riley Owens, excuse me. But anyways, just a great job overall for a lot of the parts of the team. You know, honestly, Grump, it was, like I said, a really, really solid game. There was good parts, there was bad parts, but I liked a lot of the team. You know, Ridgeline played great. They had a great defense. They had a great offense. They did a great job containing the pass, you know, and that's something that I don't want to say they've struggled on in the past, but, you know, they did a wonderful job. We had 2 interceptions. Camden Arnold, number 23, with 1. Jameson Murphy with 1. You know, and what a game for Jameson Murphy.
What a game.
You know, I don't know how many catches he had, but it was a lot with a multitude of yards. You know, he did it. Anyways, great game, and you can't credit it all to J-Mo. You know, Colton Peel did a wonderful job reading the field, seeing his targets, hitting who was open, hitting who wasn't. You know, and a lot of the incompletions that Colton Peel had was just, you know, an inconvenience. You know, too fast of a ball, a little high on the receiver. But there was very few throws that I did not like from Colton Peel today. You know, he was hitting his receivers. He was doing what he needed to do. What do you think, Rump?
I want to talk about this LC offense.
Absolutely.
Caden Castle, I think I would consider the MVP of this offense for the game. He had lots of great carries. He had lots of great plays, made lots of yards, made lots of just everything. He was just a completely unstoppable force on this field.
Absolutely.
But also they had in my opinion, 2 star quarterbacks who played the majority of the game. They both played really well. They were both really agile, made lots of moves, were great on the runouts, and just made great throws.
I mean, and yeah, to loop back to that, the quarterback crew. I mean, number 19. Like we were going in this game thinking that number 19 was going to be able to run all.
Conklin.
Absolutely, Conklin was going to be running all over the field, which he was. You know, extremely agile, extremely good ability to see the blockers, see the defenders. You know, and move down the field. But then number 16,
Sully.
you know, the sophomore Sully, he hops in the game, absolutely lowers his shoulder. You know, honestly, a great display of angry running by Sully.
Looking a little Baker Mayfield-y.
Baker Mayfield-y. I like that, Rumpler. You know, just dominating the football game. They were able to pass. Number 12, the sophomore, did amazing. Number 2, they all, you know, honestly, a lot of highlights for the LC offense and the LC defense. A lot of highlights everywhere. There's a lot to be happy about on every side of the ball, no matter which way you looked at it.
Overall, really good game. game. Very close. Great homecoming game. Thank you for everyone for coming. We
Absolutely.
had a great turnout.
Absolutely.
Thank you for everyone that tuned in, and I hope you guys all have a really great night.
Have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.